I think my camera needs to go up a smoochy poochie there. Hold on, is that bad? No, hold on. What if I did this? That? What if that? Is that better? I'm not totally sure that's better. Hold on. This isn't quite right. That might be good. There we go. How's that? That's pretty great. I think we're heading in the right directions. There. All right. Hold on. Maybe I can. Might be easier if I actually flip the camera. Hey, how about that? Let's try that. For our Australian viewers, yeah, finally, our friend in New Zealand can get a proper view on things without having to turn her monitor upside down. All right, and we're gonna go like this. Oh, whoop, 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 whoop. No, that's not right. Transform and then flip vertical. There we go. Okay, and then we go a little this way, a little this way, a little that way, and then we'll lock it in right there. How's that? Still too low. Golly. Come on. All right, let go. How's that? If I line it up right with the roof, flat, and let go. Whoops, not quite flat. That's better. Not bad. Although I am actually cutting off part of my monitor. I don't like that at all. It's not good. It doesn't matter to you guys, but I'm missing like a chunk of my monitor. Oh, it was broke. I messed it up. Left is right, right is left. Uh-oh, that doesn't work either. Okay, hold on. We can fix this. There we go. Hey, you know what's funny is my brain was like, all I got to do is pull it forward, and then I pulled it forward, and now I can't stop. There's something broken in my brain, and it's just not how I function, as in correctly. I don't function correctly. Nope, that didn't work either. How about this? Well, now I'm upside down again. Well, that's just confusing. Let's see if I can fix it for you guys. Okay, there you go. And then we'll do it this way again. Okay. That's actually worse. I've made it worse. Everything is on fire. This stream is scuffed. I give up. Let's start again tomorrow. Nope, that's not right either. Up a little. Right. How about right there? Hello, musical angel. Welcome to Scuffed Streams 101 with your host, XtianNinja. Did I do it? I think I did it. Hold on. That it may be exactly where it was before, but I'm somehow better with it now. I'm happier with it now. Don't know why, but somehow that works. Somehow that works for me. My dudes. Final stream before the next taco class. Isn't that funny? Yeah, look, I'm gonna barf. I just gave everybody seasickness. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. No, this is my chair. This is my office chair. It's one of those ones that got like the headrest thing. It's like a dentist chair, but somehow better or worse. I don't know. I've been in some pretty nice dentist chairs, you know? Okay, welcome to the stream, everybody. Glad you're here. Hello, Blanco and Musical Angel, and hello, Boots. Good to see you, Samus. Hi, Funky Stick Man. And hey, Donnie. Yes, as you should. You should shame me. Sup, Ferric? How are you doing, Blanco? Welcome. I'm glad you guys are here. Today we're gonna be doing. So I got two things I need to do. One of them is practical. That's not fix my camera. That's not the one. And one of them is very fun. We're going to be back on the CHRP. So if you don't know what that is, that's my point. CHRP. It is the Christ honoring roleplay server for Grand Theft Auto 5 roleplay. where everybody is a first responder. You get to be a tow truck, or you get to be a fire engine, you get to be a policeman, you get to be a highway patrol, you get to be a game warden. There's all kinds of fun stuff on there. And we're gonna go on, jump on there again, but I'm going to we're gonna record, we're gonna get some homework done. Christ honoring GTA roleplay. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Yes, you heard correctly. You know what's funny? Yesterday I was playing the first Descendant, Boots, and I looked over, and I always look how many people are actually watching this particular game, and you know, it was like 500. And today I went and looked at GTA 5 and was like, okay, I wonder how many people are watching. It's like 135,000 people are watching that game right now. I don't mean streaming it, I mean watching it. Like, that is crazy to me. The staying power of this game over the last decade. That is when GTA 6 comes out, it's gonna break so many records. It's gonna break so many records, you know? Oh yeah, who do you call when you need a tow truck? Who's the first responder you call when you need a tow? Huh? Who would you like to respond to your need for a tow first? I bet it's a tow truck. 2024's largest. I'm not surprised. It's crazy, man. I'm just saying. Never try to leave Houston in traffic as a standstill. You'll sing a different song then. Yeah, right. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be I'm gonna record the intros as I said I should do. I'm gonna record the intros for the podcast. We'll do the chapter intros. Shouldn't take that long. Probably gonna take an hour and a half. Hopefully not, but it will. And then once we do that, get that out of the way, then we can get into doing fun role play. I'm not great at roleplay either, man. I'm having fun there. And fortunately, Gibraltar, who is one of the leaders of the whole place, is he's very open to people who don't really do the roleplay thing very well. He's like, you know, do your best, have fun, you know, be there. Don't be like running around crashing into things on fun. Like try to go along with the spirit of the server, but you don't have to know all the codes and stuff. There's some dudes on there that like, no, they sound like cops when they're on there, and so therefore you don't have to be like that. But it's just like, you're not there to just run over things and crash into stuff. You're not the bad guy. You're a good guy on that server. Oh, it's dozens, man. I think they're up to like 60, 70. They got a ton of people on there that are registered anyway. $2 billion to make GTA 6. Considering the content and size of the game, it'll be a disaster for gamers, but it'll be big hype. Why will it be a disaster? It didn't cost $2 billion to make GTA 6. You're crazy. What are you talking about? I'm gonna look that up right now. How much did it cost to make GTA 6? $2 billion? What? What? All right. I take it back. Conroy knows what he's talking about. That's insane. $2 billion? Driftvale City. I think it's from Sonic. Oh, sorry, my balance is off, isn't it? Okay, down we go. It's not. No, it's called Driftvale City. Oh, was it? Okay. Then none of you people make any sense. I'm gonna call it 47. Negative 47 is the number. Okay, that's where I'm gonna shoot for you guys being happy, at negative 47. You guys let me know if I'm wrong, if this needs to go up or down compared to my voice, because that's where I'll put the game and that's where I'll put the music. Or you and me both. You and me both, Samus. No kidding, right? I'm trying to divide my shrimp spaghetti with a kick into 2 actual servings instead of stuffing both servings down my gullet in a single meal. Good job. The hard part is you're gonna have one with less shrimp. And then you're going to be like, which one do I eat first? The one with more shrimp or the one with less? Do I save the shrimp for the next one, or do I eat it now and just be okay with that? If it's too loud, you're too old. That's what I say. Well, that feels really quiet to me. But then I get, like I said yesterday, I got like 5 volumes that it needs to get through to get to my ears. Play with GTA without breaking laws. Doug proved that. You can. And the problem is you got to be real careful, because if you do anything wrong, the people on the streets are very skittish, and rightly so, living where they live. But like if you bump into anything, all of a sudden everybody on the street's like, ah! And then they go running away. And it's like, all I did was hit a post. I hit a stop sign. Didn't hit a person. Calm down. Bumped into a person. No reason to scream like I've murdered someone in the street. All right, I'll try again. We'll bump it up to 35. We'll shoot for 35. The AI constantly runs stuff. Yeah, well, it does, right? And that's the thing. If you're on the CHRP roleplay thing, they actually have random events and they have scheduled events. So what'll happen is all of a sudden you'll have, that's 30. I'm gonna bring it down to 35. 35. There it is. Nope, a little bit more. Okay. So they'll have, like, you'll be driving down the highway and all of a sudden you'll see a car just go woo 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 whoop, and like it's not a called event. You just got to go stop that guy. And then on the other side of it, you have ones that kind of they'll just show up and be like, boop, there's a bad thing happening over here. You should go help. And then you can go there with your GPS. It's actually pretty neat. It's a pretty neat system. Online version we have now, if more modern adventure outlaw settings. Story mode has a bunch of guys tormented and being serial killers, chasing cash money, which is nearly impossible to do these days. Red Dead Redemption is a better story. Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean that what you said. Hold on, let me back up to what you said. You said 2 billion. Considering the hype and the size of the game, it'll be a disaster for gamers. That's what I get. What's the disaster? As in, you think people aren't going to like the story because society has changed? Is that what you're trying to say? Because I disagree. I think people are going to like it, and because they like GTA 5 so much, and I think it's going to be very, very similar. Prettier, maybe a bit more interactive, bit better AI, more buildings to go into, better cars, things like that. But basically the same roots, and they'd be crazy to change a bunch up because they clearly hit the exact right thing. Used to playing games the worst way possible, like my current Skyrim playthrough. I'm making every horrible decision someone can. Yeah, maybe being on the police force isn't for you. Although you could be a game warden. You can go stop people from like hurting the dogs and whatnot. Silk Song. You mean for I've got Hunger Tail, Dark Tail. What is it called? Silk Song is the DLC for the game. Hollow Knight. I wasn't even close. But in GTA 6, we're getting a new Rhythm Heaven game next year. That's way better. My daughter showed me a rhythm game. She's like, you should try this, Dad. It looks pretty fun. And I'm like, rhythm games on a controller are hard for me because I still don't know where the X, the Y, the A, and the B are. I'll prove it by doing any game in Final Fantasy that requires me knowing where the buttons are. I think I have something like 1,000 murders already. I'm not even started on the Dragonborn. All-time highest murder record. Wow, it's a claim to fame. Why not? Yeah, Hollow Knight 2. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's not a DLC? Oh, it's a new game? What? I thought it was DLC. All right. Cool. DWI made up for it by having a family and adopting 2 orphans. There you go. You live in a nice house. You're adopting orphans. The murder is just a hobby, really. The story of glorifying impossible criminal goals. The online version's missions are sadistic. The way the story mode creators. Well, yeah, but that was true in the GTA 5 as well. The online mode is very much a sandbox. Do what you want, have some fun. Well, the game is very criminal. And I think based on the one little trailer we saw, you're still going to be a criminal and you're still going to be doing horrible stuff. And I think there's probably going to be nudity. My guess is they're going to have some pretty crazy mature stuff in there because they're not going to lean away from it. They're going to lean into it. It's not out yet, but it was going to be DLC. Then it kept getting bigger. Oh, is that how that worked? That happened to, that's how we got Tears of the Kingdom. Same thing. They were going to make a DLC, make a DLC, make a DLC. And then they're like, you know what? That's too many ideas. Let's make another game. And then we ended up with Tears of the Kingdom. Somebody team shares survive. I know they're closing these places so fast. So it's so brutal out there right now. Halo ODST, yeah, exactly, right. So I'm a big fan of DLCs when they add something to the game, but I hate the live service stuff that that adds nothing. I don't get it how there are people out there that will give $100,000 for a skin, and then complain that Elden Ring has a DLC worth $50 or whatever. Like it's a whole game. There's nothing wrong with that. Why are you paying $100,000 for a pink gun? Like I think the problem is you, man. Single player game is a season pass. So I'm playing a little bit of First Descendant right now, and First Descendant is very much a very much a live service type game, and it's got the grind, and it's whatever the word is, the gotcha. It's a gotcha game. It is, and that's okay. It's fun for me now. The story's fun. The graphics are great. I'm really surprised at how the foliage and the mountains and the graphics and the dungeon stuff is really nice. Way better than I would have thought. And so I'm thoroughly enjoying it. As soon as the gotcha kicks in and the grind kicks in and the nickel and diming and give us a little bit of money so you can get to the next level, I'll quit, just like I did before. I've quit many gotcha games when it got to the point where they were trying to squeeze me. I don't want to be squeezed or squozen. Promising DLC that doesn't even exist beyond planning stages. Who? Hollow Knight? I thought it was out. I literally thought it was out. Am I crazy? Making a joke. Team Cherry and the devs for Hollow Knight, and they just kind of announced Silksong years ago, and it's just not been touched ever since. I literally thought it was out. Maybe I was just seeing memes and thinking they were true. I firmly believe it was a gas leak in their office. Just a group hallucination is what happened there. Yeah, maybe. Super Animal. You know what game I keep seeing in the feed that makes me want to play it? That's Balatro. And I think the reason is because I've been really enjoying Queen's Blood from Final Fantasy VII, and Balatro is like a card game with like similar kind of vibe, and I'm like, it looks fun. I just don't know if I can put any time or energy into it, because you kind of got to know how to play it, even though you know it's poker, but there's still a lot of other rules. Made by one guy too, man. That's crazy. He almost quit. I saw something where he quit playing. He's like, I'm having no fun making this game anymore. Took months off. I think it was 3 months before he came back to it. And then he was finally like, all right, I'll finish it. He released it. It became the best. Was it indie game of the year? I think. Like, that's crazy, man. The Hype for 6 is not going to expand their player base for over $100 to get started. Guys who get excited for the Venom movie would like it, and most people are ignorant of the target market. It will implode that section of the gaming after a month. That's actually an interesting take, Conroy. That, you know what? You might have something there. That the hype for 6 is pretty high. How could it ever meet the hype it's got? But them trying to sell it for $100, $120, $100, and probably $200 for the super ultra version, right? That's gonna be a lot, especially if, like you said, those kind of edgelord dudes who like the Venom movie they're not super wealthy guys, right? They're not gonna be able to drop $120 on the game. And are they gonna even have the hardware to pull it off? It's gonna be a hardware intensive game, I think. And so therefore, yeah, you're right, it could fizzle, but I will say this, it's not gonna die after a month. It's gonna go like this. It's gonna do this. It'll be, wow, we didn't get nearly as many sales as I thought we would, and over like 2-3 years, it's gonna get into the hundreds of thousands, millions of sales. It won't die. It'll only get better. And when on PC they drop it down to $49.99, everybody's gonna get it. Making a new Subnautica. I have not finished the first one. It got grindy for me, and I've said that before, but it was like the I need to go find copper. You need some copper, go find copper. And I'm like, scan, looking around, and that's not fun. You gotta go back. Okay, scan. I'm like, I'm not having fun anymore. It's not fun anymore. Ah, man, meetings suck. Just blow it off, man. Play video games instead. To be fair, the game prices have steadily gone down for years and only recently begun to increase in prices. They held it for $60 for a long time. Yeah, they shouldn't be $60. So like the original Mario, or you know, some of the most classic games and whatnot from the year 2000, from the year 1997, you know, were $60. And like, it's been $60 the whole time, and the games have only gotten more complicated. They've gotten more expansive. They take longer to beat. Like, you're not getting a 4-hour game anymore. You're getting potentially 80, 90, 100 if they have side quests. If you do a completionist run, it's like hundreds of hours that you can play these games for $60. And so we should be paying a lot more. Consider you go to the theater right now, and if you want to go to the theater, have some popcorn, sit down and be there with somebody, it's going to cost you $50, $60 to watch a movie. Whereas before, back in the day, it was $5 and you got the popcorn. You know, when I was growing up, and it was 1995, 96, 97, when these games were still $60, it cost me $4 to go to the theater and $1 for the popcorn, right? And it's just gone up. And so if people have to pay $50 to go to the theater now, then why are we still paying $60 for the, you know, why are we still paying $60 for video games? Yeah, decades. Yeah, exactly, for decades. I've gotten done with the first one. Deep parts scare me, but the new one is going to have multiplayer. There's actually, you know what? You want to do something interesting. Subnautica has a mod so that you can play it in VR. Apparently somebody did something for to get Pastor Newsom to play Subnautica in VR, and I'm like, that's a terrible idea. I tried it. I downloaded it. I'm like, what does the mod look like? Put my headset on, got to the menu, and was like, nope. This is gonna be too scary. No way. Better measure of game hours of gameplay versus cost. Actually, how many games do you get? How many hours do you get of this game per dollar? I think that's not a bad thing, you know. Of course, that means that's how they used to do arcade games. Remember, how much play do you get per quarter? And that's how you get super loops, and you got like impossible things happening, and a bunch of like all the worst parts of video games that came out in the arcade came out because of quarters, because it was pay for your time. And then all of a sudden you got really bad parts of games that were just meant to suck up your quarters. So in other words, like Double Dragon or some kind of game like that, where all of a sudden it just gets really hard, like almost impossible. You get close and you get beat, and you're like, I think I can do it this time. Here's another quarter. If they charge by the hour kind of thing, then they're going to do an average of how long it took somebody to beat that section. They're just going to make that one boss super impossible, so that they can say, well, it takes 60 hours to beat this game. And whereas it's actually a 20-hour game with a 40-hour boss. There's a mod for random spawn in Subnautica. That's terrifying since you land in one safe zone on the planet. Mod, random spot in Subnautica. You just land in one safe zone on the planet. As in like you're surrounded by bad, and there's like one little bit in the middle, and everything else is bad. That sounds no fun. Price jumps in Edlorge, 300 gig. Yeah, that's true. You know what? Conroy might have something there. Yeah. Well, yeah. 300 gig worth of game. You're gonna have to delete half your library. Yeah, fair point. That's a fair point. Oh, so most of Hollow Knight. Yeah, exactly. I mean, a Dark Souls game is a great example of that. Like, I was watching Akai play yesterday, right? I watched him play a little bit, and he's like, I gotta go get my daughter, and I had to go get my daughter. And so I came back, and he was still playing, and he was still on the same boss, right? And he just played that boss. But that's the game. You expect that going into it. You don't expect to win the first time. Whereas, like, I've only lost a handful of times in First Descendant to get to the end, not to get to the end of the story where it went you're bad. It's never happened to me. I've died and then it respawns me and then I keep fighting. That's happened like 5 times maybe, but there's only one time I got to the very, very end and it was so hard I couldn't pass the level, and it was designed that way. It was meant to be the thing to show you that you suck so that you have to level. That was what it was. But like these other games, you're meant to show up and beat your head against the wall for the game. That's the game. Hello, Jim. I think Subnautica VR is a base game feature. It's in my VR section on Steam as well as other places. You got to play with keyboard though. Maybe there's a mod. Oh, I'm wrong. The mod that I played wasn't for Subnautica. It was for Subnautica, the cold one, Below Zero or whatever it's called. That's the one I modded. I don't own the first one. I only own the second one. Off to speak to the lawyer. Well, good luck. Remember to ask lots of questions. Don't assume anything. In the game story, you're in the one safe zone on the whole planet. The rest has giant leviathans that will munch on you. Some people are so funny the way they play. Oh, this game is fun because I'm enjoying it. How can I make it so I don't enjoy it anymore? Then it's fun. Like, why do you want to be mad, bro? Like you just live angry all the time. Just enjoy that you're good at it. It's okay. I don't know. I don't like those games. But there is something to be said about the feeling of conquering. Like when I beat that when I beat that entry level monster from the very first part of Elden Ring, you know, that guy that's got the big hole in his tummy or whatever. That was like, I feel cool now. You know, I feel like I actually did something. I practiced, I tried, I leveled a little bit. I learned the game and I beat a guy. And that's the whole point of the Dark Souls games, is that you do these things, you try, and it's fun. How's the music balance, by the way? Are we good? Do you guys cool with the balance? Across the board? 10 out of 10, 5 by 5, 10 out of 10? Pretty good? Hopefully. If not, we can adjust, but if so, I can look at the exact number of what it is, and then I can memorize the fact that I shoot for negative 35 decibels. That's what I'm shooting for. Negative 35 decibels. Okay, so the plan today, we're doing 2 things. One is we got to do a little homework. That's the way it is. And the second one is we got to do a little bit of we're gonna play on the CHRP. If it's okay with you, I'd love to do the homework now and just kind of bang out some intros for the podcast. It shouldn't take long. I just have to read them, and then the person who assembles the podcast can take that and put it on the podcast, like they've been waiting for 3 weeks. Hence the conversation about changing my content pipeline that we had yesterday, yesterday, day before. No, yesterday. That was yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna fire up my little system here. You guys can watch along if you want. It's kind of gonna go. We're kind of gonna go co-working stream right now. So I'm gonna switch over to co-working stream. Co-working? Is that what it's called? Co-working? Is it? What's the actual You heard the Miss P one? Yeah, that's all we put out so far because they're waiting on me. Co-working and studying. There it is. All right, cool. Okay, we're gonna go there. I'm gonna fire up my my best friend, my longtime buddy, Chad. Wrong Chad. And then we're going to, because I think I actually asked it. intro for taco intro. Podcast chapter intros help. That's the one. There it is. I've already kind of done it. So I can either do one generic one that just goes at the beginning of all of them, or I can do custom ones. And I'm thinking that maybe I should probably record multiple. I will give it the actual book. Here's the whole book. Write me one for each chapter. Go! If you got the tool, why not use it? You know? That's gonna read my entire book all at once, and then it'll spit out a chapter. You've got your book loaded. Here's your template. Followed by a fully customized version for chapter 1 based on your book's content. Okay, there you go. Hey friends, welcome to a special episode of Taco Talks podcast. Over the next few weeks, we're sharing chapters from my book, The Art of Digital Influence, a guide for Christian content creators who want to honor God with their work and impact their communities. Each chapter is read by my good friend, Scott Carpenter, and also known as Board Again Gamer on Twitch. Today's chapter is called... And here's what it's all about. Insert 2 or 3 sentence teaser. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, it's a good song. Yeah, I agree. It's called Jackpot. Chapter 1. Hey friends, special episode of Taco Talks. So next few with you dedicated. Today's chapter is called Who Me? A Creator? This one is all about overcoming the doubts that stop us from stepping into the mission God has for us as Christian creators. If you ever felt like you're not good enough, not ready, or not even sure you were called to create, this chapter is going to speak directly to that. It walks through Moses' excuses and reminds us that God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. Let's get into it. How do we feel about that? That felt pretty good. See if is there anything I need to adjust. Let's see if I can actually read it. Hey friends. I don't like hey friends. Open the canvas. Let's open the canvas. I love the canvas. If you're not using ChatGPT Canvas, what are you even doing? You know? I had the best coffee today. So I did something I haven't done before. Well, I kind of did it before, as my son pointed out so graciously. I grinded it with that grinder I showed you yesterday with the beans, the espresso beans that I have. And then I ran them through the Keurig on a special little thing that has its own little teeny tiny filter. So I basically had like really individual drip coffee. And it was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't great as the stuff that I do with my 15-step process, but it was better than a Keurig pod. Never been picky on where his friends are covered in hay or grass? Hey, what? Oh, hey, friends, yo, losers. What is happening? Why do I all of a sudden not know what you guys are talking about? And I was good right up to I love this song. Oh, that. Okay, hey, friends. Because the hey, friends, as in ones with grass. Okay, I'm there. Yo, losers. Yo, losers isn't terrible. What do I call people? What's up, y'all? I'm trying to remember how I start stream. Hey, friends, how about a little fire scarecrow? No. Welcome to the... I say welcome to the stream. That is not going to work. Welcome to the podcast. How are you doing? I don't think we should do that. That's not a good idea. Can you imagine me sitting there in a podcast and you're like, oh, it's Taco Talks. I'm going to go listen to a book. And it starts with, what's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. That'd be bad. That'd be terrible. Hey, friends. Hey, folks. Hey, folks. Folks. Friends? Hey there. I hate my brain. Maybe ChatGPT has just stolen my creativity because I don't know what to call people. Hey folks, hey friends, hey there, hey y'all, howdy. Give the the listeners. The listeners? So y'all are called my fam squad. I'd never call you my fam squad, but on the Discord, you are my fam squad, and that came from a show on Netflix, with the Gary. I can't remember what the name of the show. It's been so long. Final Space. I was watching a show called Final Space, and we're a team, we're a squad, we're a team squad. And so when I was talking to my family, I said, we're a family, we're a squad, we're a fam squad. And I'm like, what am I gonna, because at the very beginning, and I mean like 4 years ago to the day probably, I'm like, what are we gonna call people who watch my stream? You need to have something. And so I just used the word fam squad, and you guys have been the XtianNinja fam squad ever since then. I never use it on stream because it just never comes up. Nintendo Direct today, the new Varia suit looks sick for Metroid Prime. Oh, yeah? Boop. 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 Why is it different? Why is it better? Looks the same. Is it just clearer? Because we have like more pixels now? Is that what we're talking about? Am I just dumb? What's at the end of the video? Okay, okay. Nintendo Direct. Everything featured in today's... Oh, that! Oh, look at that. It's like the thing. That looks sick. That's what you're talking about? Yes, that is slick. That is slick. Although all I see is an eyes, a nose, a smile. Big, like, Mickey Mouse ears. That's what I see. I'm sorry. I told you my brain doesn't work good. The one of the... Oh, is it... Okay, all right. Where's the video? Bra. 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 Nope. Shut up. Gotta find it. Black, red, neon, purple. Oh, literally, couldn't be more. Yeah, that's actually very true. Is it at the very, 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 very end? Very, 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 very. Usually that's when they shove in the exciting thing. Where are you? Prime 4 is a sec. Oh. Why are you making this so hard, man? Why you gotta be like that? Second video of the broadcast. Oh, it's in like within this broadcast. There's another video in the broadcast. Hello. No, we're not. We're just. I'm supposed to be looking for Samus. I can't find Samus. Just send me the link, or show me the thing, or tell me the title. That one? No. No. Ah! Ah! Let's get it in full glory here. All right, let's watch this whole thing in the full beauty that it is. Oh, that was cool. I've never actually played this game.
Is the unknown planet Vuros. Here, Samus finds a verdant jungle with a colossal tree at its center.
Trees, man. They're the worst. You should shoot it.
In order to survive and escape this planet that she was unexpectedly transported to.
How's the volume balance?
Samus must scan stone figures and other relics to
carve
a path forward.
Scanning! I love scanning. Right.
She's not alone, though. Abhorrent, alien creatures living in the jungle are waiting to strike.
You should shoot him. Don't ask questions. Just start shooting. Blah. I don't like him. I don't like any of these guys.
As
The
she
lore?
explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers.
Ooh.
Psychic abilities.
Psychic abilities?
These powers
Get over
allow
here.
Samus to operate mechanisms and to open doors.
And open
Also
doors.
allow
Son of a
her to
gun.
Control the trajectory of her beams.
Oh, neat.
With the power of her mind.
Whoa.
But why were these powers bestowed upon Samus?
She learned from Chuck Norris. That's why. Fishman. He's an axolotl. The king of the axolotls.
And what will be her fate after being summoned to Vuros? The threads
You've been around the burbs too
beyond
long.
Space and time are beginning to weave a new tale.
In comes Sonic. Give me the thing that you said you were going to give me. Purple. What? I missed it. No!
This will be the last major free content.
Yeah, I know that you guys don't like feet. Pause, I said. There we go. That's the same suit. You know what? We should look at the first Metro Prime trailer. He's a lumberjack in his spare time. The king of the axolotls. He is. He looks cool. This is not. Yeah, this is the suit that it was before. It's the one that where it's got the smiley face on the chest. This isn't the right one, apparently. I don't know, man. You just got to send me a picture. Somebody send me a picture. I am not good at the Googling, apparently. Put a link in the chat. Because he acts a lot. Oh, see, there you because of the lumberjack. Okay. He acts a lot. Actually, maybe he's a detective. Because he asks a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? I saw that on his shirt. Hey friends, welcome to the special episode. Hey friends, hey folks, hey Metroid Prime lovers. Hey dudes, hey sup. Sup. That with like 12 views. Hey everyone. I like everyone. It's more inclusive. Hey everyone, welcome to a special episode of the Taco Talks podcast. Over the next few weeks, we're going to be sharing chapters from my book, The Art of the Digital Influence, a guide to doof. That's so good. That was the right suit. The lighting was different. Oh, okay. But it's very cool. I like it a lot better than the first one. I'm a sucker for red shiny things. You know what I mean? Red shiny things, purple, black, that's all. I can't do anything. Sup, gamers? Hey, creators. Oh, that's not bad. Because it's meant to be for creators. Hey, creators. That's better. I love it. Samus Claus. Samus Claus. Rudolph, he's not purple, though. Is he? He's got Vulcan blood and he's got green. It's green, like Christmas. Hey creators, welcome to a special episode of Taco Talks podcast. Over the next few weeks, we're sharing chapters from my book, The Art of the Digital Influence. I don't even say the name of my book right. I know his nose is red. A guide for Christian content creators who want to honor God with their work and impact their communities. Not quite right with the mission. It's more about clarifying their vision of what God wants from their content and how they can serve their audience. No, second, how they can serve their audience. And the goal of the ultimate goal of being a content creator. Content reactor. Also true. Is it doing a thing? Are you doing a thing? You are. Thank you. Hey creators, welcome to a special episode of the Taco Talks podcast. Over the next few weeks, actually it's not over the next few weeks, every other week, over the coming months, yeah, that's it. Over the coming months, every other week, we'll be sharing chapters from my book, The Art of Digital Influence, a guide for Christian content creators who want to clarify what God wants from their content, how to serve their audience well, and what their ultimate goal as a content creator should be. Each chapter is read by my good friend Scott Carpenter, also known as Born Again Gamer on Twitch. The first chapter safe to say the next few episodes rather than state time. Well, it's already, the timeline is already set. Like we're set. We've already recorded like 14 episodes, and we've already recorded like 9 chapters or something, or 7 chapters or whatever. So it's already set. Okay. They're waiting for me. It's all done except for me. First chapter today. No, I don't like that. Today we're starting off the series with the first chapter, which is called Who Me a Creator. This one's all about overcoming the doubts that stop us from stepping into the mission God has called for us as creators. You ever felt like you're not good enough, not ready, or not even sure you're called to create? This chapter is going to speak directly to that. It walks through Moses' excuses. That's hard to say. And reminds us that God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. I'd like this to reflect a quote from the book, or be closer to one. But qualifies those he calls, because it's not about our skills, it's about his strengths. No, not quite right. Not quite right. Not quite right. I don't like the qualified the call part. Qualifies the called part. Figure out another way to say that, man. Can't believe Chad for saying that. It's true. It's a very common thing to say. Yeah, not really what how I'd say it though. Walks through Moses' excuses and reminds us that God often chooses the most unlikely people to do his work, not because they're impressive, but because their weaknesses put his full power on display. That's way better. Your day went well. Was a lot of work. Took like 11 hours. Like to get, you mean when you're talking to the group, the person to be able to get into the program? Is that what you meant? Or do you mean like, are we talking content? I'm sorry for not knowing. I remember you were going to go do the master's degree thing, and I can't imagine that taking 11 hours. But, or did you gear up a player? I can't remember. Are you geared up personally, or did you gear someone up? That's the question. Went through and cataloged all the SGS gear. Oh, did you really? Far out, man. That would be rough. Hokey Dinah. Good for you though. People need that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna read this thing. I'm just I don't need to pause the music. It won't be in the recording. So I'm gonna hit the button, the marker button for talk start, which is technically true. And then I'm gonna read this thing and we'll go through chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And label love that I can do that for them, but not myself. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know exactly what that means. Oh, you need it? Okay, I'll help you. But at my house, it's called the shoemaker's wife problem, right? Okay, let me see if I can do this. Talk start. I'll do it again. Hey creators, welcome to a special episode of Taco. Hey creators, welcome to a special episode of the Taco Talks podcast. Over the coming months, every other week, we'll be sharing chapters from my book, The Art of Digital Influence, a guide for Christian content creators who want to clarify what God wants from their content, how to serve their audience well, and what their ultimate goal as a content creator should be. Each chapter is going to be read by my good friend Scott Carpenter, also known as Born Again Gamer on Twitch. Today, we're starting off the series with the first chapter, which is called Who Me? A Creator? This one is all about overcoming the doubts that stop us from stepping into the mission that God has for us as Christian creators. If you've ever felt like you're not good enough, not ready, like you're not even called to create, this chapter is going to speak directly to that. It walks through Moses' excuses and reminds us that God chooses the most unlikely people to do his work, not because they're impressive, but because their weaknesses put his full power on display. Chapter 1. So yes, now we will do chapter 2. Yep. Give me chapter 2. Excuses and chooses. Did I screw something up? Did I say excuses got excuses? I did not, did I? Just sound a little mushy. All right, we can do it. We can do a second take. I don't mind that. This is the second take for today we're starting off the series. All right. Today we're starting off a series. Today we're starting off the series with the chapter. Jolly. See what happens with my brain? Let's try this one more try. Today, we're starting off the series with the first chapter, which is called Who Me? A Creator? This one's all about overcoming the doubts that stop us from stepping into the mission for us that God has for us. What? Stepping into the mission God has for us as Christian creators. That's correct. Okay, I'll try this again. All right, we'll hit the cool moment button. Why not? Today, we're starting off the series with the first chapter, which is called Who Me? A Creator? This one's all about overcoming the doubts that stop us from stepping into the mission God has for us as Christian creators. If you've ever felt like you're not good enough, not ready, or not even sure you're called to create, this chapter is going to speak directly to that. It walks us through Moses' excuses and reminds us that God often chooses the most unlikely people to do his work, not because they're impressive, but because their weaknesses put his power on full display. Okay, that's better. So the first part's going to remain the same. Hey creators, read each chapter. Good, and then I'll go to chapter 2. This chapter lays out the foundational beliefs that set Christian creators apart from the rest of the internet. It's not about algorithms, aesthetics, or follower counts. It's about being firmly rooted in God's truth. You'll hear how clear the understanding of your identity in Christ shapes your motivations, your content, and even how you handle. Is that quite right? Double check that. That's not even the right title. What? What are you doing there, Chad? That's not even the name of the chapter. It's called Why is Being a Christian Content Creator is so difficult. Oops, thanks for the catching that. Blah, 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 it'll say. Yeesh. The chapter tackles the unique challenges of walking out your faith while making content in a space that often pulls you into the opposite direction. From dealing with tension between popular and the integrity to the spiritual warfare that comes with being... That's not even what it's about! Go read the chapter again. That's not what it's about. Silly thing. Point of giving you the whole chapter if you're not even going to read it and just start making crap up. I gave the whole book. You should be able to know which is this chapter. It's in the table of contents. Oh wow, that is brutal. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll just give it to you in by itself because that is not correct. All right. Whoop, that missed it. We will now open it in a different format because that didn't work. Told you this was going to take a while. There we go. That's better. You needed to tell it not to cross-reference material with other sources to cover. I don't know what it's doing. I really don't. It should know just like only use the content from chapter 2. Don't make anything up or assume. Read chapter 2 and then create the summary. Chad works Chad's way or Chad doesn't work at all, right? He's a bit of a diva. There we go. This chapter compares today's Christian content creators to the biblical judges, leaders in a chaotic time when everyone did what was right in their own eyes. You'll hear 6 powerful reasons why being a Christian creator is uniquely challenging, from a lack of support and accountability to spiritual opposition, limited resources, and the absence of visible role models. It's a call to recognize real struggles creators face in the digital mission field and to rise with clarity, courage, and community. That is what it's actually about. That's much better. Pushing the button. The second chapter is called Why Being a Christian Content Creator is So Difficult. This chapter compares today's Christian content creators to the biblical judges, leaders in a chaotic time when everyone did what was right in their own eyes. You'll hear 6 powerful reasons why being a Christian creator is uniquely challenging, from a lack of support and accountability to spiritual opposition, limited resources, and the absence of visible role models. It's a call to recognize the real struggles creators face in this digital mission field and to rise with clarity, courage, and community. All right, that's 2. Okay, now do 3. Same rules. Bushamoy, that is a, that was odd. No, it doesn't. Jeepers. Go read chapter 3 again, starting at page 19. This is like race music for me. This is like driving through town music really fast. This chapter helps you answer a foundational question. Who am I trying to reach with my content? Drawing from the story of biblical judges, you'll explore 5 traits that marked the leaders God used and how those same traits apply to Christian content creators today. From identifying a need to discovering and refining your God-given gift to igniting passion and building a real connection, this chapter walks you through the process of finding and serving the specific people God has placed on your heart. That's better. This music, I don't even know what brand of music this would be or what genre. Okay, pushing the button. The 3rd chapter is called How to Discover Your Audience. This chapter helps you enter a... The 3rd chapter is called How to Discover Your Audience. This chapter helps you answer a fundamental question. Who am I trying to reach with my content? Drawing from the stories of biblical judges, you'll explore 5 traits that marked the leaders God used and how those same traits apply to Christian content creators today. From identifying a need to discovering and refining your God-given gift to igniting passion and building real connection, this chapter walks you through the process of finding and serving the specific people God has placed on your heart. It's called Sanctuary by Mole Man. By the Mole Man. Here's the accurate and faithful podcast intro. Okay, thank you. All right. How you feeling today? I'm doing okay. Today's been an all right day. I started early, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I jumped into straight into a meeting where we talked about demons for 2 hours, and then jumped into another meeting where I was talking to pastors, digital pastors for like a support group, and that felt pretty good. That was pretty good. And then I jumped on stream, and I'm feeling pretty good. I had a couple great cups of coffee that felt really good, tasted really, really good, and other than that, I'm doing pretty good. You quit Woo-Wah or not, but Kentrella is a shorekeeper. Nah. I stopped at shorekeeper. Shorekeeper is an insane buff. She is number 1 support, man. She's so good that like if you put her with Rover, like the buffs are crazy. Yeah, shorekeeper was on every team as soon as I got her. There was every team. But especially teams with Rover, I was gonna say Chaos Energy. Been watching too much Sonic. whatever she does. 4th chapter is called The Character of a Creator. This chapter zeroes in on integrity, the biblical foundation of every Christian content creator. It explains why character matters more than talent and how personal integrity shapes trust, impact, and longevity. Using an illustration of a baseball diamond, it walks through 4 bases: spiritual development, skill growth, strategic formation, and impactful leadership. It's a powerful reminder that your content is only as strong as the character behind it, and that God works through creators who are authentic, humble, and aligned with their purpose, with his purpose. Basically Dragon Ball. Yeah, Sonic 3 was actually really good. I really liked Sonic 3. Yeah. It was a little silly, but then I just reminded myself I was watching a show for kids, and that's why it was silly. Okay, push the button. The 4th chapter is called The Character of a Creator. This chapter zeroes in on integrity, the foundation of every Christian content creator's influence. It explains why character matters more than talent and how personal integrity shapes trust, impact, longevity. Using the illustration of a baseball diamond, it walks through 4 bases: spiritual development, skill growth, strategic formation, and impactful leadership. It's a powerful reminder that your content is only as strong as the character behind it, and that God works through creators who are authentic, humble, and aligned with his purpose. Has more lines from Keanu than anything else he's started in the last 15 years. He doesn't talk a lot. Yeah, that's true. Oh, easy to set up one of those fancy cameras for a webcam. Which nice fancy cameras? You mean on a DSLR? Like an actual a DSLR fancy cam? Is that what you meant? Yeah. So it depends on what you get. So if you get a really fancy Sony camera, then they're fairly easy. Sony specifically, and I mean nice Sony camera. That's why a lot of people are using them. They're not super expensive. There are much more expensive ones, and they are very easy to set up. They have an HDMI out. You go boop boopity boop, and then it's good. You're using it. You don't have to download goofy software. You don't have to do anything crazy. You just spit it out of the HDMI, and you're done. Other ones, like for example, when I tried to buy it, I bought a Canon. Canon not only muffed up its HDMI and didn't have a clean output, but it wanted me to pay $5 per month to be able to access HD video off of its camera. They literally had a monthly thing so I could use HD. So you got to be careful which one you get. But Sony's pretty slick. Is it worth it? Yes. And the reason it's worth it is because for 2 reasons. One is it's high quality. It looks good, looks pro, and the other one is depth of field, which brings focus on you. Like you can see this thing here in the background as sharp as you can see me, it actually doesn't look as nice. You want some depth of field. If you want to see the best camera, I think that I would say that is being used right now by any Christian creator is Pastor Dustin. He's got a fantastic lighting setup and a fantastic camera. He looks great. Do you have to use HDMI? Does it limit the amount of monitors that you can actually use? No, HDMI comes off of it into your capture card or into your capture card. There probably is software that you can run through your USB. If it has USB 3.0, there probably is like webcam software you can download. But I haven't looked into that for Sony. So theoretically, probably a USB thing works, but I think pretty much everybody just gets a capture card and the HDMI. But don't quote me. Actually, Dustin would be the guy to ask. I wouldn't use a capture card. It limits your FPS down to whatever the capture card is. It does anyway. So does just using streaming. You can't go more than 60. Period. You can't go more than 60, and you can't go higher than 1080p if you're on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, you can go to 4K and I think 60. You don't. I don't think so. I don't think you can do that. Am I crazy? No, 60. You can only stream at 60. That's max. You can stream at 4K, but only at 60. And if you're streaming at 240, it's cutting you down. PC, you see 4K 240, and the stream sees 1080 60. When you use a capture card, you only see what you're. No. The capture card goes to your stream. You still use your own monitor. If you're using a capture card that like this thing here. this thing here, which is the HD6, it has an in and an out, right? You put the Nintendo in and it spits out to a monitor. Yes, that's true. But if you're using an internal one, no, you still use your monitor and it just uses a different signal. So how's that different from using dual PC setup that uses the capture card to link them together? I don't use a capture card. I use a program called NDI, which we talked about before, right? But a capture card, it will capture from your PC, the one that's spitting out all the whatever, and it will cut it down to the 1080-60 or the 4K60 for the sake of OBS, and it'll give it what it needs, rather than trying to feed OBS 240 and have it cut down software wise. A lot of latency issues with NDI. Should reset that all up. I mean, it's not about your internet. It's about your router. Yeah, internal. Yeah, they're very cool and they're very fast, and you can do 4K if you have the slot. You know, most people do, but only if you have the slot. Yeah, no, it's about how good your router is. Like I'm currently NDI right now. I'll show you. It's actually pretty crazy. Watch this. You're gonna laugh. Look at my Ethernet. Can you see it? You see this number right here? I'm currently sending 500 and some odd meg per second to my other PC from my gaming PC through the router to this other PC, so that you guys can get it at 6 kbps, and there's no other way to do it. You can't cut it down. That's just how the program works. It sends this giant pile of information to the other computer with NDI, and then it just kind of tries to deal with that, which is good. The reason it's doing that is because it's sending it uncompressed, probably as fast as it can to the other, so there's no hardware issues. So it's not trying to compress and then decompress and cause problems for your computer. But still a ton. So like I can't, like if I try to download with Steam while this program is running, it doesn't. This is already using all my bandwidth. Yeah. So there's another thing. If you look here, I have it's sending out through NDI, right? It's sending out through NDI, and it goes there. But on the actual audio, I have a filter called dedicated NDI audio only output. And what that is, they actually knew that was a problem. So you get the dedicated NDI audio output and you send that as the audio. So I'm actually sending two different things, the audio and the video. And believe it or not, that syncs up better than just sending the audio and the video together. I don't know why, but that's how it works. Could you help me set it up with Streamlabs? Yeah, Streamlabs had it built in. And I don't have mine built in. I actually downloaded it, and you can't even do NDI anymore the way it was doing before. Now it's called Distro AV NDI. Totally different thing. Okay, 5th chapter is called How to Identify and Implement a God-Given Vision. So it's easy stuff. Streamlabs, I've never done it. We tried to do it together and you struggled with it. We eventually got it, but you had some issues. It's very easy to set up with just straight up OBS. You download it for one, you download it for the other, it adds it, and you just send it out like a signal. Very simple. I would like to believe they're using the distro AV version, but I really couldn't tell you. This chapter explores what it really means to receive and live out a vision from God as a Christian content creator, using the metaphor of conception of birth. Let's just delete that part. It outlines the spiritual process of receiving a divine calling, from intimacy with God to conception, development, and finally delivery. I guess it does use that, but I don't like the way it says that. Maybe we'll try streaming. Hey, I mean, I like it. I need a new PC, but not because of the NDI. I need a new PC because I keep asking it to do more browser sources and more other sources, and I can't do, like, when I do the VTuber, it's too much. It's too much for the processor to be able to handle. It's like a 4th gen i7, not 14th gen, 4th. And it's got a GTX 1650, which is fine for compression and doing the thing it's being asked to do. It's just not very good at doing anything else. It only can do what we're asking of it right now. But it does. It works. I'm going to be getting a new PC at some point. Right now, it does what I want it to do, and I can work around the problems. It outlines the spiritual process from intimacy with God, conception, development, finally delivery. It reminds creators that true vision is born from ego or hustle, but from time spent with God, listening carefully and walking in obedience. You'll learn how to recognize whether your ideas are truly from God and what it takes to bring his vision to life through your content. All right. Yeah, there you go. That's good. I'm just going to not do not going to do that line. Pushing button. The 5th chapter... The 5th chapter is called How to Identify and Implement a God-Given Vision. This chapter explores what it really means to receive and live out a vision from God as a Christian content creator. It outlines the spiritual process of receiving a divine calling from intimacy with God to conception, development, finally delivery of the vision. It reminds creators that true vision isn't born from ego or hustle, but from time spent with God, listening carefully, and walking in obedience. You'll learn how to recognize whether your ideas are truly from God and what it takes to bring his vision to life through your content. I'm going to try that again because that was terrible. And I'm supposed to make the gaming PC, not have to process the stream, right? Yes, exactly. It sends it out via the other OBS. That's what it does. I'm going to try that again. The 5th chapter is called How to Identify and Implement a God-Given Vision. This chapter explores what it really means to receive and live out a vision from God as a Christian content creator. Using the metaphor of conception, I did that wrong. Darn it. I can't delete it. It's right there. The 5th chapter is called How to Identify and Implement a God-Given Vision. This chapter explores what it really means to receive and live out a vision from God as a Christian content creator. It outlines the spiritual process of receiving a divine calling, intimacy with God. Doug, diddly ding dang, darn it. This is hard. The 5th chapter is called How to Identify and Implement a God-Given Vision. This chapter explores what it really means to receive and live out a vision from God as a Christian content creator. It outlines the spiritual process of receiving a divine calling, from intimacy with God to conception, development, finally delivery. It reminds creators that true vision isn't born from ego or from hustle, but from spending time with God, listening carefully, and walking in obedience. You learn how to recognize whether your ideas are truly from God and what it takes to bring his vision to life through your content. Okay, give me chapter 6. Almost there, halfway done. This chapter gets practical, tackling two of the biggest struggles Christian content creators face: setting priorities and managing time. It challenges the illusion that constant busyness equals real progress and calls out distractions, procrastination, and personal habits that quietly sabotage your mission. Through biblical examples and relatable illustrations, this chapter helps you examine how you use your time and invites you to reorder your days around God's priorities so you can have a lasting impact. All right, that works. I'm happy with that. Looks like it's going to take a lot of work to dual stream setup. It was a lot of work, but once it's up, it works great. Oh, and if they removed the NDI, they may have done you a favor. Just go to DistroAV, DistroAV, and just plug it into your OBS. Actually, it might be better. The sixth chapter is called How to Make the Most of Your Time. This chapter gets practical, tackling two of the biggest struggles Christian content creators face: setting priorities and managing time. It challenges the illusion that constant busyness equals real progress and calls out distractions, procrastination, and the personal habits that quietly sabotage your mission. Through biblical examples and relatable illustrations, this chapter helps you examine how you use your time and invites you to reorder your days around God's priorities so your content can have a lasting impact. Yes, you do. Streamlabs OBS. Slobs. That's the OBS part of Streamlabs OBS. I mean, a capture card is easy, but like he said, it depending on how you set it up, the way to play the game has to come back to the computer, right? Unless you're able to send it out in 2 signals. It's just so smart to have to do this stuff. Yeah, I mean, I just had to figure out how to do it. Like, I know that sounds stupid, but like, where there's a will, there's a way, in a very real sense. This chapter is called How to Make Good Content. This chapter tackles common trap for creators, being busy without making progress. Using the metaphor of a mountain hike, it compares effective content creation to guiding others up a trail towards a meaningful goal. You'll explore the dangers of mistaking motion for momentum, the myth of multitasking, the temptation to focus on surface level polish instead of true impact. With biblical insight and practical advice, this chapter helps you realign your content with your purpose so your audience isn't just entertained but led somewhere that matters. Yeah. Hey, Pops Racer, thank you. Pushing button. The 7th chapter is called How to Make Good Content. This chapter tackles the common trap for creators, being busy without making progress. Using the metaphor of a mountain hike, it compares effective content creation to guiding others up a trail towards a meaningful goal. You'll explore the dangers of mistaking motion for momentum, the myth of multitasking, and the temptation to focus on surface level polish instead of true impact. With biblical insights and practical advice, this chapter helps you realign your content with purpose so your audience isn't just entertained, but led somewhere that matters. All right, this is going smooth now. What's the plugin called? Distro, D-I-S-T-R-O-A-V. It is still NDI. They just call it Distro AV. The 8th chapter is called How to Build a Strong Community. This chapter walks through one of Jesus' most famous parables, the Good Samaritan, to show what it really means to love your neighbor online. It's not just about building a massive following or creating hype. It's about showing compassion, taking responsibility, and creating a space where people feel seen, supported, and saved. You'll learn that building a strong community starts with humility, patience, and willingness to serve the people God has brought into your digital space. All right. It says on their site it's just for OBS Studio. Well, you have OBS. That's what Slobs is for. It should work fine. It really should. Because you do have OBS. It's just a skinned version with a bunch of extra little bits inside. Should be fine. Unless they've completely changed, I've done it. I've installed non-OBS, non-Slobs things into OBS and it worked fine. Although you should see if maybe Stream Elements actually, or Streamlabs, I mean, change their system for how to do this. Instead of using NDI now, maybe they have something else. They do that. They steal an idea, rename it, and call it something else, and then say they came up with the idea. It could still be in there, but called something else, like built into the multi-streaming kind of thing. Well, hey, I'm happy to be wrong, but Streamlabs OBS is OBS. OBS is an open source project that anybody can use. Streamlabs has a version of it that they've skinned and put things over. Stream Elements has a version they've skinned and put things over, and they release it as Streamlabs OBS or Stream Elements OBS, but it's still built on OBS, right? It's not a different program. It's just a version of the OBS that has a whole bunch of their own proprietary stuff shoved into it. So back in the day, and I'm talking like back in the day as in like 3 years ago, I was able to install things into Streamlabs that weren't part of Streamlabs because it was just OBS. Maybe they've tightened it up. Maybe they've changed it. You can install it on top, but you still have to update both. Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe, yeah. Well, just because of the way they do the installer, not because it's that different. All right, hit the button. The 8th chapter is called How to Build a Strong Community. This chapter walks through one of Jesus' most famous parables, the Good Samaritan, to show what it really means to love your neighbor online. It's not about building a massive following or creating hype. It's about showing compassion, taking responsibility, and creating a space where people feel seen, supported, safe. You'll learn that building strong community starts with humility, patience, and a willingness to serve the people that God has brought you into your digital space. Good enough. That'll work. People only listen to it once. They're not going to come back around to it. Hello, Supersonic. They have a site? Okay, well, if they have it, I'd imagine they wouldn't get rid of it altogether. It's still pretty popular. 9 chapters called How to Keep Your Audience. This chapter shifts the focus from you, the creator, to your audience, the real people behind the views, comments, and community posts. You'll learn how to connect with individuals on a personal level by recognizing their insecurities, offering guidance, meeting their deeper needs. It's more about helping the creator to be sensitive to the needs of the people, especially those who don't have experience in counseling or biblical teaching. It's about seeing what people need and trying to address it in a meaningful way. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Why are we in here? Okay, here we go. Boop. Okay. This chapter encourages creators to slow down and pay attention to the needs of God, of the people God has brought them, especially for those without formal training in counseling or biblical teaching. It offers guidance on how to care for your audience through thoughtful and meaningful ways. It's about learning to see past comments and analytics, to listen deeply, love well. Okay, double check that with the chapter. Am I missing anything? I love Chad. Chad and me are best friends. He works great. Okay. The chapter is all about learning how to recognize to meet the real needs of your people in your audience, especially if you don't have formal training or biblical counseling or teaching. It walks through practical and spiritual insights on how to connect meaningfully with individuals who may be insecure, lonely, or directionless, or emotionally overwhelmed. You'll learn how to listen well, build trust, ask better questions, and become the kind of creator who doesn't just inform or entertain, but who lovingly walks with people through their struggles towards hope. That's exactly what it's about. Well done on the second try. All right, hit the button. Chapter 9 is called How to Keep Your Audience. This chapter is all about learning how to recognize and meet the real needs of the people in your audience, especially if you don't have formal training in biblical counseling or teaching. It walks through practical and spiritual insights into how to connect meaningfully with individuals who may be insecure, lonely, directionless, or emotionally overwhelmed. You'll learn how to listen well, build trust, ask better questions, and become the kind of creator who doesn't just inform or entertain, but who lovingly walks with people through their struggles towards hope. Okay, that works. Strategic planning for long-term growth. That's what I'm doing right now. See, every once in a while, you got to reboot your entire life and go, hey, everything's working. We should break it. Trying to figure out if someone's texting me because I have an actual issue. No, I don't think so. Let's just delete that. Where are you? Why do I hear that noise? There we go. Okay, the 10th chapter called Strategic Planning for Long-Term Growth. This chapter is all about playing the long game as a Christian content creator. It dives into the importance of setting goals, anticipating roadblocks, and making wise, prayerful decisions that will help you build sustainable, impactful ministry. Through real examples and practical advice, you'll learn how to create content with clarity, prepare for future challenges, and stay consistent in both message and mission. If you've ever wondered how to keep going when things get tough or unpredictable, this chapter offers a solid strategy to keep you grounded and moving forward. Should mention the no, that's part of it. Two in the weeds for an intro. That's fine. Can you, I didn't quite that. Can you take another crack at that? Sounds a little off from and technical. Also, you're missing the part about staying relevant and growing consistently through change and or something like that. Music's good today. I usually don't get the good stuff. This chapter challenges the common habit of creating without a plan and shows how that approach can quietly kill your momentum. It introduces the sigmoid growth curve as a way to understand how creators grow, plateau, and sometimes decline. But more than that, it explains how to plan before the plateau hits so you can stay relevant, keep growing, and avoid burnout. Whether it's learning to adapt when things change or preparing for growth during the most successful moments, this chapter gives you the tools to think ahead, shift with purpose, and rebuild something and build something that lasts. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, hit the button. The 10th chapter is called Strategic Planning for Long-Term Growth. This chapter challenges the common habit of creating without a plan and shows that the 10th chapter is called Strategic Planning for Long-Term Growth. This chapter challenges the common habit of creating without a plan and shows how that approach can quietly kill your momentum. It introduces the sigmoid growth curve as a way to understand how creators grow, plateau, and sometimes decline. But more than that, it explains how to plan before the plateau hits so you can stay relevant, keep growing, and avoid burnout. Whether it's learning to adapt when things change or preparing for growth during your most successful moment, this chapter gives you the tools to think ahead, shift with purpose, and build something that lasts. Let's go. I have locked in. I feel good about that. Okay, and that's it. That's the end, I think. What's the in closing part of my book? In closing. Do I have an in closing? In closing. That's it. No, we're not doing that part. Cool. I did it. I did it. I did it. Hooray. Okay. Sorry. I've just done all 10 chapters, so that's ready to go. The podcast should be able to go up now. Man, that is a load off my mind. I have felt like a big pile of doo-doo for weeks not having done that. Thank you for being patient with me and letting me do that, because it was something. So the plan now is, yay, I know, right? It's really good. So the plan right now is we're going to, tomorrow, we're doing it. Oh, thank you. Not that you get a celebration, apparently. What the heck? That was very quiet. All right. What happened there? The alerts are working? Weird. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Very, very cool of you. We'll do a fake one. We'll do a fake one. We'll do, where is it? This one? Nope, I can't share my own channel. Have I forgotten how to use the stupid? No, I didn't. Okay, good. We'll do, prepare your butts. It's gonna get loud. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that is the stuff. Now we're gonna get into jumping into the chapter. Did that work this time? Stream Elements is late. Now send the push to the frame. What's wrong with you? Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. We were talking about at one point when, you know, sort of like what the vision of the future is going to be for the channel and what things need to change. And that if I go, you know, in talk mode, like I usually am, and that's kind of the meat and potatoes of the whole stream, maybe I should turn off the really noisy alerts, right? Like to be able to be like, hey, you know what? Here's the problem with your marriage. And all of a sudden Vanilla Ice starts rapping in their ear. May not be the most appropriate thing to do. So why don't we find something more subtle? What's more subtle than having it not work? Zero. Nothing more subtle than zero. Yeah, okay. This is normally when I take a little break. We're going to jump into it at 2 o'clock. But before we do anything, I just want to make sure I catch up with you guys. Does anybody have anything they want to bring up? Anything you want to ask? Any kind of AMA stuff? I'm thankful that you guys were willing to sit through me reading all that stuff. And it was a reminder as I went through it, just how much work I put into that book and how much it actually covers in such a short period of time. It's only like 130 pages long, but we cover a lot of ground there. You know, we cover a lot of ground, and I think it's really helpful. I actually got an email from somebody who bought the book and said that they were thinking about giving up on content creation, or they were really struggling with motivation. They read the book and they're like, and now I'm getting into it again. And that was really exciting to hear. Tampa Bay, it's 0. We're actually going to be having an ice storm over the next 3-4 days, which is no fun. Ice storm here means, could be loss of power, could be that everybody starts smashing into each other on the roads, could be that it's, you know, people start freezing in the streets, you know, things like that. It gets kind of rough up here. And what basically an ice storm is it rains and then freezes and then rains and then freezes and rains and then freezes and rains and freezes until everything is like heavy with ice. It's no good. Nothing's built for that kind of weight. Like not even trees. You see, be out there and all of a sudden a tree will be like, ah, because it's just too much, too heavy. Content creation with the voices, like the ones in your head that just just sitting there doing a full committee planning with all the voices in your head and see what comes out. That'd be interesting. So we'll see what happens. That's how I do it. There's no committee. There's only me. You still see deformed trees are up from the 1998 ice storm. Yeah. I remember when it was actually a tornado that touched down, and like it deleted a bus stop. That was really interesting. Came around the corner and just like gone. Like, wow, that's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna sit down. I've been standing for 2 hours now. I think that's good. That's all the standing anybody needs to do for a day, isn't it? I made myself a snack earlier. I've never done, I don't think in the last 4 years of doing this, I've made myself a snack in advance. So I made myself a snack. I'm gonna go grab it. It'll take 1 second because it's right there. And this snack is dynamite. It's sushi and pepperoni and cheese. Ooh la la. Très bon. I know. You ever watch clips of abusive marriages and go, wow, I'm so lucky to not be in that situation still. Dude, I'm not going to get into the whole thing. But yes, there have been times where I've watched YouTube videos and gone, wow. Yeah, wow. It could be worse. 79 here right now. It's supposed to be hit 86. You're doing well then. You're doing well. Actually, I've heard you and Aki and Dustin all talk about how it's so nice and warm and they're going out to play baseball and I have to go, oh, we're going to the beach. And I'm up here. An ice storm is coming and it could destroy our entire infrastructure. You did? Oh, you did? Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. That is not a problem for me. Air conditioning is not an issue. I condition it to be warmer. All right. I guess we got to do our job now. Now we got to jump into GTA 5. Oh, I gotta use the word sponsored in my tags. Sponsored. Nope. Sponsored? SPONSORED. Is that not how that's spelled? I think there's a button. Let viewers know the stream was previously recorded. No. Viewers know your stream features brand content. This includes paid product placement, endorsement. Yes, that's the thing. I do that. That is what this is. I've never hit that button before. I screwed that up every single stream so far. That's okay. This one is branded content though. It really is. All right. Launch the game now. Veggie sushi. I'm all about the fish and the meat and the all that stuff sushi. This is veggie. This is avocado and probably more avocado. I like avocado though. Had to call the pest control because there were enough for the bugs. Yeah. I hear that. We have something living in our attic. And so I'm up there and no, I wasn't in the attic. Sorry. I was in the bedroom upstairs. I'm in the basement. I was upstairs. And all of a sudden I hear, you know, everybody's like freaking out. Like, what's happening? And so I went upstairs and I heard last night, I'm lying in bed and I heard, this is no word of a lie. I heard and then dead silence. And I'm like waiting for the house to start on fire. Like, did it bite through a wire? Is everything gonna be okay? Are we gonna be on fire? And so I don't know what that noise was, but I did not hear a noise after that. Yeah, the theory is squirrels. That's the current theory. All right, I'm gonna try connecting again. What can you do? Read the error message? Service in admin only mode? Okay, I'm gonna go look and see if there's any kind of announcements that I missed, because otherwise we're gonna be playing another game, a different game altogether. Uh-oh, it's broken. Veggie is rice. Yeah, remember the rice has sugar and vinegar. Like it's like rice wine vinegar and some tasty stuff in it. It's not just rice. It's rice, but like yummy. It's got yummy rice. And then I add a little bit of soy sauce. Yeah, something broken. Rice and veggies is a good combo, but it's no seafood. Oh, I agree. I like sushi. I like seafood sushi too. I mean, we ate sushi together, you and I. They all had meat. I reached past the ones that were made of just carrots and cucumber. Why would you do that? That's disgusting. You just rice with the wine vinegar. It's yummy. It smells good. But yeah, I got pepperoni to wash it down and a lump of cheese the size of my fist. Okay, so is it broken? Are you broken, game? Yo, Flat Cat, my dudes, coming in. Hello, sir. Hello, Flat Cap and et al. Et al. Yeah, that's how you say that. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. How you doing, Flat Cap? How's life? How's stream? What were you doing? Surprise stream unboxing VR short system. Oh, sick! You're wearing, what's a VR short? Oh, short stream. What are VR shorts? Is it like a fabric thing so that you can move better? Is it keep your butt warm while you're playing? What are VR shorts? And then I saw the dash. So yeah, okay, got ya. You unboxed VR. That's sick, dude. I'm excited. So if you don't know what's happening, I'm speaking at a workshop at the Church Digital's conference that they're having next Wednesday, April 2nd. They're doing a big conference. There's like 800 people registered. They're gonna have so many people. And one of the cool things they're doing is they're actually having a VR version come to the VR thing. And Flat Cap's hosting the VR thing. You know how he's hip and happening with all that technology and all that jazz. I think it's the 3. I think he got the 3. I think I asked him this morning. It's the 3. Since I'm the host in VR, then the Vive doesn't work. Oh, you had a Vive. Interesting. Yeah, because it's all Meta, right? Yeah, Meta owns the internet now. Or Meta owns the VR universe now. That's kind of silly. But it is what it is, right? And it wasn't that expensive. Like when the new one that who was it brought out? Well, Apple obviously, but there's another one coming by somebody, and it's stupid expensive compared to Meta, man. Like it's cheaper than a PlayStation. All right, I'm gonna go server status. Server status online. It says it's me. I'm doing something wrong. What am I doing? I will send Gibraltar a thing and then we'll play a different game. Not my fault. I am not being paid to do this anymore. Because it is broken. Oculus Quest or Microsoft VR thing, $3,500. Stupid, right? Like they're getting some really neat looking glasses. Like they're really working on those thin Ray-Bans that you can kind of wear around. They're not great, and right now the ones that they have are like literally audio only. Whatever. Worked for Star Trek, and so it's it's like fine, but the one where you can do legit AR, I will really appreciate that because I'm a sucker for info. I think everybody is now. It's just knowing stuff you don't, so your brain doesn't work anymore. You know what I mean? I don't have to be like, I wonder what that is. It'll just go, boop, that's what that is, and then I don't have to think about it. And then eventually I'm just gonna be a vegetable that won't even remember to breathe. I'm gonna have to have something like pushing my chest in because I'll have forgotten how to breathe. The VR that doesn't make me sick. So they have some things within the VR games that do adapt to you. So like, for example, they will give you a tunnel to look through, some of them. or they will change, instead of kind of walking places, you leap. All of a sudden the environment shows up, and then the environment shows up. But if you're someone who gets tummy flutters from that stuff, yeah, you're probably not going to be doing much VR. Quest 3 is, the Quest 3 has higher resolution. The way that the lenses itself kind of work is that it checks and makes sure that you're always in focus. One of the problems with VR, and it kind of wrecks your neck and your eyes, is because your eyes are kind of meant to look far, look close, look far, look close. If you ever do anything with when you buy a chair, you really want really good ergonomics. You talk about ergonomics, we talk about like office health or something like that. It says like every 15 minutes you should stare off into the distance, because otherwise your eyeballs get all goofy. And you whereas if you're using VR, your brain thinks you're looking far, but you're technically only looking like here the whole time. You're like right in front of your eyes the whole time, so you don't use your eyeballs. And apparently the way that the new the Quest 3, it has some kind of thing that adjusts a little bit to help that, so you're not quite, you're still looking only at kind of one place, but it helps out with focusing and knows where your eyeballs are and things like that. Whereas the other ones, like, you literally gotta like click 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 and shift the actual lenses to close to where your eyeballs are. And if your eyes are literally set in between a setting, tough luck. And there's only like a little teeny part that's in the middle that's always in focus, right? And so whenever you're looking around, it's odd. You got to get used to it. It takes a little practice. Still fun though. I really enjoyed doing VR. I wish I could find excuses to use it. I'm thinking like maybe during stream or something like that, I can find something to stick in. You know what I want to kind of do? There's a mod for games that are running Unreal Engine 5 that you can turn any of those games into VR. So if it's a 2D game, so for example, Little Nightmares is the one that I know, Little Nightmares. And so what it'll do is, because it's technically 3D, you'll be able to see a level, right? It'll have a floor, it'll have the people, the guy will be reaching out kind of thing. And you kind of be like looking at the level in 3 dimensions, which I think is just neat. That'd be kind of cool. It'd be a different experience, right? Having someone actually go, whoa, like that and try to grab you, it'd just be a little bit more puckering. I'll be into buying AR glasses when they can suggest appropriate responses to morons, like in the Terminator. Get bent. Yeah, I can see that. All right, we're gonna launch into a game. Tis the season. I'm not doing Grand Theft Auto 5 anymore. We're doing The Last Descendant, because that's fun. And we were, First Descendant, actually. It's not the last one, it's the first one. Yeah, I really enjoyed playing with VR. I had it all set up. In fact, if you go to like second year, I was doing VR streams. We were doing some fun VR stuff. It was actually kind of cute, and I enjoyed it. But it's a beast to set up, a pain in the butt to stream. Following chat requires miracles. Like, it's not easy. So we're going to run through this game. We're going to get back into the plot. I'm sure the plot will be fine right up until I can't play the plot anymore, because I start to suck. Exclamation point Rogue if you want to have some delicious Rogue energy. Exclamation point Coffee if you love coffee. These are both my sponsors, and they're both very good. We're on the first Ascendant. What? The first Ascendant. I don't know. I think that's a pun, because they descend onto a planet or something. Oh, VR. Not we are. VR on the first Ascendant. Yeah. Well, I mean, it is, right? Let me check. Is first Descendant Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, you technically could. It wouldn't be pretty. It wouldn't be pretty. Basically, what you do is you would be in the environment. The HUD would be like there in your way, and like following you, and you would still be basically, you'd be able to look around in the game, but you'd still have to control with your thumbs, like on a controller and whatnot. It's not the same. You wouldn't be able to use the handhelds. It wouldn't work that way. The way that those games are, you get to plunk it on your head and be able to look around with your head rather than with your mouse, but you still got to control with your thumbs. Was Enoch the first ascendant in the Bible? Yeah, he would. He would be, wouldn't he? The few and the proud. Boop, 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 boop. I have enough money now for that, Gurk. I can get the, I have enough of these. Ooh, what did I get? I have enough of these coins now that I can go buy that thing that transfers all the stuff from old bunny to new bunny. I can buy that now. What did I get? I want to know what I got. Something good? Oh, I can choose. It's one of those you have to choose stuff. Ultimate protein compound. Yummy. Should I just buy it outright? Should I just make sure I go get it right now before I screw it up? I'll show you what I mean. You probably already know what I mean, but you're not the kind of guy that do the store. You're the kind of guy that go grind it out and just make your own pieces. I haven't done a lot since I got your email. But like here, this thing here, this photon imprinter is, I think, the thing that you want me to get, right? So that I can transfer my stuff from one bunny to the new bunny. Is that correct? It's super neat. I mean, it's gotcha. It's got a million menus, and it gets worse. I'm gonna show you what Gurk sent me. One sec. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Where is it? There it is. He sent me this image. Come on, open in browser. Send me this. Did chat override your GTA stream? No, it's just like I'm paid to do that. It's a sponsored stream. It's just broken. So I'm like, all right, I will come back. The first descendant, it was Satan, actually. He was the first one to fall. Yeah, so he sent me this and I'm like, what's that? He's like, you're not there yet. It's a way for you to, govern all your little bits and pieces and stuff. And I'm like, man, another freaking menu with more freaking thing. Right? That's literally was my thing. I'm like, really? I haven't even got to that menu yet. Womp womp. So yeah, it's so much. I guess this is the right one though, right, Girk? You don't need to use it if you don't build bunny. I'm building, but I only use bunny. I don't know, buy something else. But I should get some of these keys, right? Because I went and found a whole bunch of vault vessels and I couldn't open any. So I'm gonna buy this. Purchase. There we go, that's the good stuff. I've unlocked a new menu. Congratulations. Another way for you to build more pieces and get more things so that you can try more stuff. Okay, great. Thanks. We're gonna go back into the main quest because why wouldn't we? It's more fun. And boing. She's a bunny after all. She boings. Wait. What quest am I on? Main quest, unidentified void vessel exploration operation. Yeah, I already did that one and he kicked my butt. I've got some of the ones you sent me. He sent me another graphic, which was, here's how to build your bunny. And I have not looked at it enough. I had things to do, man. Non-descendant things to do. And so this is the first time I've fired it up since yesterday. Believe me, it hurts my feelings too. I would much rather be sitting here playing Descendant than dealing with my family and or work. But they insist on being, oh dude, there's not, yeah, Ferric, it's a lot. Like it's pretty bad. So just to kind of overwhelm you with all this stuff. So this is the character. There are many characters, right? This one, and there's this one, and there's this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. And you get those, each of those has a reactor. The reactor is kind of their baseline stats that change things. Each of those has an external component, which can change 4 different things, 5 different things, depending on your shield and your defense and your HP and your other, etc. On top of that, you've got your weapons, right? So your weapons, each of the weapons themselves, there's like a billion weapons, each one with levels, each one with different, each weapon itself has different, if you see on the right there, all the 4 underneath, bonus firearm attack, whatever, each one gets a re-roll with those. So you can, or it gets a roll with those, and those are all RNG. You get 3 different guns that you can do, but there are 5 different kinds of guns, right? You'll notice I'm not using an orange one, right? I think it's maybe 4 different kinds of guns. I'm not using an orange one because I'm not. Whenever you play, you get multiple different kinds of gun. Each gun itself has modules. Within those guns, each one has modules. You pick up new modules along the way. Those modules all have different versions and different specs and different things that you can do with them. And each one adds a percentage of this or percentage of that, or takes away or adds things, etc., etc., etc. Right? So, but each one has its own modules and each one has its own set. You can build each one using different things. I've already gotten 4 of this gun, and now that's why it's got 4 little stars on it. On top of that, each Descendant has their own module set. Each module set is connected specifically to their own like what they do. She's electric, so you need electric stuff, and she does AoE, and she does, so she need to have that. But if you have a different Descendant, you need all different modules if you ever want to do that. However, if you're in the map and you go to the map and you're in here, there are different parts on the map. So this part here, you cannot even open with Bunny, because Bunny doesn't open those ones. Only someone without any powers can do that. So this is the one you can't open, but so you better get that guy if you want to do that. Within the menu system, there's a ton of stuff. That's just the character. You walk up here, you see all these little icons? Like that are floating in the screen right now? Right? This is how you level up, and this is a certain way that you can you do a different kind of mission. This one gives you missions, this one gives you different missions, this one gives you, I don't know what, I haven't figured that out yet. She makes you go on biological searches. I don't know what's happening over here. Like that's just the top level. There are other people. Wait for it. Almost there. This guy, he teaches you how to do stuff. He doesn't count. But when you go down here, see how there's more icons? Ooh, icon. And those icons down here. So this is your storage box where you put stuff that you want to store, because you're always picking stuff up and you have to delete some and you're not sure which one you're going to delete. However, if you want to give it money, you could have more slots. But I just delete stuff. Probably the wrong stuff because I suck. This one here, this lady over here, she gives you, this is ready to have your mind sucked out of your skull. She does something called research, which each research thing requires parts. You want one of those, you have to get these 4 parts. You want one of these, you got to go to this place and you got to do that mission, and you got to do it multiple times to get multiple ones. Each of these has their own requirements for parts. Each person has its own requirements for parts. Each part has its own requirements for different parts. Each enhancement has its own requirement for parts. So there's that. Hold on, turning around, and if you go over here, you have what you can do to your guns. Each of your guns has multiple things you can do to it, including re-roll the stats and then change and add more to it, and also adjust your I don't know what's, and then stick it up your I don't know. Right? So that's why for me anyway, my tiny little itty bitty brain is trying its best to simplify this thing so that I don't ask and try to get help from people like Girk. Because Girk's like, I know what to give you so that Bunny works best. Here's the list. And that's what he gave me. The list of things so Bunny works best. You know? Praise God, I got a guy who has a clue. Hooray. But it's a lot, dude. It's a lot for your tiny little brain. Hey, Mr. McGibley's good to see you. I'm minimizing Discord now so I can see things. But bro, it's so much. I miss the days when flavoring was simple salt and pepper. Leave a dozen different peppers and a few different salt. That's this game. You're describing this game. Don't waste catalysts or energy activators on Bunny. Okay. On a non-gold gun. Okay. I will not do that. Did you see the fan art? I haven't been on the Discord in a while. I'll be honest with you. Things have been weird. There's a guy in a suit. Why are you wearing a suit? Get in your work uniform, like me. Look how much working I look like I do. I didn't see the fan art. Is there fan art in the fan art section? I'd like to look. Hold on one sec. Let me go take a look. Let me pull that up. And I assume you mean in the Discord, in the Taco Discord. And then if I go to the fan art part, and I see, all right. Here we go. Here it is. This is some Jada fan art. So this is obviously for that's Donnie, that's Ninja, that is Link. Why's Link on there? We got Samus, obviously, and we got Ukulele, but Link is on there too. So she sees something. Link is for quiz. Oh, right. I forgot that he did Link stuff. Honestly, I forgot. This is Taco Cat. Oh, this is well done. This is well done. That's well done. I like that a lot. And this one is more ukulele. That's cool. I like that. Oh, that's a guitar. It only has one string, so it's gonna sound weird. You need to add more strings to your guitar, Jada. Well done. Looks good. Looks really cool. Well done. Thank you so much for doing that. That always makes us feel very special. You know, you get someone who actually cares enough to put some effort into some art for us. It's very cool. Thank you. Yeah, it had to be quiz. Yeah, I'm just dumb. 4 tuners, it's a broken ukulele. That's true. All right, let's talk to so-and-so. Hey there, give me a mission.
It isn't easy.
How's the volume balance? It feels so out of balance to me because I'm at like -5 and this game is at -35, which sounds super wrong. So tell me if you can hear her voice.
Descendants, Enzo and Essimo are at the scene. They're trying to get things under control there. Alpha has had to take some leave, but he has received full progress reports for all operations. All that effort to find the Ironheart, only to lose it again.
Yeah, Jeremy, we hate that guy.
Alpha had Jeremy court-martialed and sent to the military detention center. But he still had faith in him. He is a descendant after all. But now,
you chose right,
second
Jada.
Ironheart, Alpha needs time to recover.
You chose correctly.
Having a discouraged commander can demoralize troops on the front line.
I'm just dumb.
Unless we receive special orders, we must carry on with routine missions.
Jeremy was such a jerk, he broke the military. That's how bad it is. He wrecked the leader.
Anomalies in the void, questing an intercept battle.
Oh, it's the boss fight.
This isn't a routine mission. Descendant, you better go to Seneca. HQ will try to deal with any unexpected situations.
Bummer. Link was hard, yeah.
Closing in at an unexpectedly high speed. HQ, requesting alert status be raised to immediate response.
Crap. I don't want to do a boss fight right off the bat.
These actions caused the remains of the executioner to send a signal into the void.
Oh no.
Unstable materials were stimulated by the Ironheart. And I'm sure Jeremy had some void energy in his possession. I think that must have reacted with the iron heart. Sort of like jump-starting it. Dead brides have always been bonded with executioners. I believe this accounts for their immediate reaction to this signal. We don't have much time. Please intercept Descendant.
Yeah, Taco Cat. Yeah, Taco Cat. I couldn't drive. What are we doing?
I feel
What did you just give me?
oh so pretty.
Yeah.
I feel pretty and witty and bright.
I can do that. We'll go pink. We'll go pink just for Miss Jada. What did he just give me? Like a million of these. Oh, wow. Good ones. They're all like juiced up. Match with the t-shirt. Hey, that actually kind of does. Oh, wait, hold on. I have purple. Which one's better, pink or purple? Actually, I think pink works better. Bunny ear headband? Actually, you're right, I do. You know what's really funny that you say that, Ferric? I got a photo from someone yesterday. I found these bunny ears. I want to send them to you. But they would miss the frame. They'd be out of frame. The pom-poms stay in frame. That's how I roll. Equip recommended modules. Is that what you want? I kind of do, I guess. Let's see how that works. Kicking. What? Use a kick to attack when performing a charged sub-attack. I don't want to kick. Kicking is dumb. Nope. Maybe I should do this. Yeah, that was really good, Doc. I appreciate that a lot. Increased HP. All right. Increased shield. Yeah. Increased defense. Womp womp. Oh, I see. I have to remove something. Like what? Remove that. Put in defense. And then anything else good here? Increase shield? No, I already have that. It's 12. I need something that's worth 5. Anything worth 5 that I can put in there? Strong mentality. Remove short sword. Oh, remove short sword, remove the red mod. Okay. I like midair maneuvering. That's my favorite one. This is good. The problem is the cooldown. It takes forever to cool down. But it gets me out of jams. So midair on. Okay. Yeah. Good. I'm smart. And then what else we got? Level it up all the way you can. You can make it have more because then it cools down faster. Okay, what else we got? What else we got? We got like 11 spots. So is there anything good that I can put in here? Increased shield, already there. Increased HP is on there. Cold. Oh, this boss, is he bad for cold or bad for electrical? He probably. We've already done fire and we've done electricity. This guy's probably cold, isn't he? Oh, sorry. Yeah. I forgot about that. You did give me these mods, didn't you? You are a friend, lifelong buddy, pal, and friend. Dupe, wrong. Mark unread. Okay. I'm going to scroll down. Come on, brain, work with me here. There he is. Okay, this one. Okay, open a browser, open it up. Okay, so this is electric defense, midair maneuvering, synctonium I don't have, spear and shield I don't have, battle stamina I don't have, electronic amplification I may have. Because it's worth 8. I don't have. Cool. I don't think I have any of those, dude. Electronic. No, I got antibody. Wait, have not all of them. The blue ones you should have. Yeah. Singular specialist, skill, and skill expansion. Singular specialist. Do I have singular specialist? Nope. See? Power increase. You have condense on there though. Power increase. Nope. Oh well. Since I have room for should I not put in the electrical one, the electric transition? That's a good one, isn't it? Right? That's a good thing. That should work. I think I'm good. Do I have skill extension? Nope, I don't. Transition's not the same thing? Oh, it's not. Okay. Well, let me check the boss. So hold on, let me check the boss. What are you?
Are you ready to undertake a void intercept battle?
You are definitely cold air. I knew it. I called it. I absolutely called it. So let's do that. Let's put on the cold air one. Do I have emergency measures? Yeah, I have emergency measures. That one I do have. I can put that in there. Grinding modules is hard. You gotta get them to the... Yeah, I know it. I haven't done that yet. I haven't done a lot of drop stuff. I'm doing the story. Doing the story. Skill power. How much do I have left? I have 5 left. So 5 left. Oh, no, go by... Yeah, capacity cost. Enlightenment, max MP, skill, nimble finger, skill cooldown, safe recovery. I think what I was doing before was nimble fingers. Yay! Double check on this to make sure that nothing. Oh, they gave me some stuff. Oh, sick. I can do. That's got 12. Oh, I got to remove some stuff. Okay, what's your recommended then? Oh, interesting. It doesn't actually put on the new one. Fire attack? Oh, because fire attack would work against the ice lady. That makes sense. If I get rid of weak point insight and I put on fire enhancement, then I'm bad at math. Okay, I only got 5 left. Rounds per magazine more. I guess I could remove that one and do fire. Still did bad at math. That's only 10. I need 12. You pump it. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, I will. All right, then we'll just do one worth 4. What should I do with 4? Accuracy. Who needs accuracy? Accuracy's for sissies. Fire rate up. Is that? No. Too far. Went too far. Let's just add recoil and call it done. How about you? What's your deal? Oh, this is also fire enhancement. See, I've got lots on here. I upgraded this one, so I've got 77. I'm only using 54 out of 77. So rifling, boop. Fire enhancement. I got to replace something. Probably. Crit? Nope. Max general rounds. Where's that one? Rounds per magazine. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna replace that one. Cool. And then that's it. I think we got it. Toxic. Really toxic. Crazy. That should be good. Save. Escape. Do a boss fight. Get my butt handed to me. I mean, I could show up there and there could be an absolutely like boss in there. Like I mean a player that is way overpowered, super overmatched for the game, for the boss, and all of a sudden just ruins just her in one shot. That has happened a few times where I just gotta get in there and I'm like, all right, What are we doing, everybody? Blam! Oh, I'll get the stuff. And I run around in a circle. Let's see how it goes. Everybody's at work. I appreciate you too, Duck. Thanks for coming. Crazy that you've been here for a year and 7 months, man. That's wild. That's a big gun for such a little lady. Yeah, nobody wants to play with me. I'm a big baby, and they're like, no, I don't want to play with you. We'll see how the matchmaking goes. Today is Friday. I know. TGIF, they say. TGIF. I have, tomorrow's going to be interesting because I got a few meetings happening tomorrow that I'm going to be doing some big talks. Big talks. I'm looking forward to them. Like, I really am. But they're going to be a lot on my tiny little poor little brain. No, I just had the one big talk. Is it Saturday the other big talks are? I don't know. But regardless, I at least have one big talk coming. Very weak to fire, so that's good. Very strong to diamonds. Diamonds are our girl's best friend. Hey! Took 2 minutes, but we finally got someone to fight. No, I won't lose my voice. Saturday taco training. Friday! Isn't Friday the taco team party stream? Am I correct on that? What are the guy? All right, I guess. Oh, I've never been here before. Let me know how the sound is for you guys. Oh, run away! I'm not aiming for the boobs, I promise. Take her out of the shoe. Take that, shoe. What am I hitting when I'm near that area? There's something weak. The last one I fought had weak knees. Oh, there we go. That person is taking all the beef. I don't mind. Whoop. Hello. Ow. Whoop. I like it when she's on fire. Oh, that is weird. I gotta get behind her. Whoop, run away! Whoop, that missed. Why? You're not allowed to hide behind things. I am. Take that, Shin! blew her shins off. Take that. I guess they're calves. Ah! All right, fine. You'd think she would shoot ice, not fire. Ow! Let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go! Show me your gun. Show me your gun. No, not like that! Whoop, whoop, with you. I died. I can't believe I died. Unfair, uncool. Hey, I'm standing here. Leave me alone. Okay. The shoulders are always an issue. The big old shoulder pads. I should run away. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry, bunny. I'm a bad player. Did that other person leave? Where's my friend? Hello. I think my friend left. I haven't even got her down to shields yet. Ow. I need health. Gotta find some health. Pardon me. Woo. Is that lava? I figure that's lava. I probably shouldn't touch that, right? There's lava. Please die. Not me. I'm nowhere close. Nowhere close. I haven't even gotten near her. All right, let's shoot these guys. There's some health. All right. Oops. I can't stop moving. I just can't. Uh-oh. Teleporting. I can't do that. Owie. Okay, that sucks. Intercept failed. I've never failed before. Brutal. Well, I guess I can't do that right now. That was bad. I was barely making any dents on that person. Although, when you go into a squad fight, the boss gets harder. When you're by yourself, the boss is a little easier. I went to a squad fight, only had 2 people, which meant it was a little harder, and then they left. So it's not my fault. Moral of the story is, it's not my fault. I know what to do. We'll go in here. There's some stuff in here I can get. And it'll help me to get better. I wanted to show you guys this yesterday. It gets insane. Here, watch the cutscene. So we're in a void vessel, which is basically in the void where we were just fighting, but it's not exploded yet. It's a vessel that's stuck inside the void.
Biosignals are unstable.
Keelan, are you all right?
What's about the descendant?
Still in void space. Stay where you are until the rendezvous.
I've used the bathroom. Be right back. I've seen this.
Myself. Let's get this operation going.
Keelan, I need a status report.
I'm searching the interior. This is...
What's happening?
gunfire.
Keelan, the signal is on the move.
I know.
Did Barrett get a rifle instead of a gun arm? Yes.
Scum. Engaging.
And we're about to get a good boy, too.
We've lost the Vulcan signals. Keelan has made contact with the target.
HQ.
It's a Rathic Thursday.
Mistake. It's just an ordinary...
Wait, didn't you do that yesterday? How did you... How'd you do it twice? And hello.
No way.
I got a text back from our guy. We can jump into GTA 5. He told me how to do it. You do? What's up with that? You subscribed 2 days in a row.
Keelan, abort! Get out of there now!
HQ. Check our comms.
Shut up and take my money.
HQ.
Those are both very well done. That was perfect.
This facility is...
Yes, all three of those are very applicable. Stream, it's good so far, I think. I did a bunch of work at the beginning, and now I'm playing a game. So you'll have to ask the rest of the people watching if there are any left. How you doing, man? How's your stream? What'd you have for breakfast?
After him.
I had a piece of French toast.
Find him and kill him.
Yeah, have you not been on? You had candy for breakfast? Box of Oreos? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna show you guys, once you get to the end of this, it gets a little kooky for Cocoa Puffs.
Receive communication signal. Is that a descendant? You're finally here. Took you long enough. While you were lost in the void, there was an incident which meant the Vulgus jammed our communication with HQ. Unfortunately, I'm in a difficult situation at the moment, and I can't engage. Why did the Vulgus here all of a sudden? Damn it! I'll try to get the comms back up once you've blurred the Vulgus out. I've got the objective locked down, so I need you to do some of the heavy lifting.
Hi, Doc.
Everywhere. That's why our comms are down.
Stuff, give me stuff. I need stuff. I gotta grow. I need to do good things. I couldn't beat the last boss because I didn't have enough stuff. Give me stuff. If I recall, yeah, there's something in here. Watch this. Now I can open these. And then what'd I get? Ooh, stuff! I kind of hoped it would be weapons, though. Ew, a blueprint. Gross. That's not gonna help me kill anybody. What am I gonna do? Read them to death? Streams have not been happening. I do not have a schedule in current life situation taking a front seat by far. Yeah. Been tough to figure out. I think I need to nail down a schedule, so stick to it. Keep my word. Schedule means no streams at the moment. Yeah, well, the other thing you can do is have external accountability. As in have someone that you stream with, or have someone that you is depending on you to show up, or that you promise to do, you know, that kind of thing. If you give yourself, it's like working out, right? Like, it's hard to get to work out. It's easier if you have someone to meet there. I haven't got enough juice yet. That should be close. Everybody's dying. Because I'm the best. Let's keep you accountable. I'm down. You know what? Why don't you and I plan a you know, stream that you do with another person? One of those. Then I have to show up and you have to show up. Although your schedule might be different than my schedule. I don't know what your schedule is right now. Oh, that one. Dang it.
I'm disabling their jamming device. Our comms should be back up soon.
Well, that was way easier than what I did before.
HQ.
Apparently shooting them is not where it's at. It's just stand next to them and fry them. Neat.
Keelan, your biosignals are unstable.
It's just a scratch.
That's more than a scratch.
Merely a flesh wound.
Keelan, descendant. I'm glad you're both alive. I was terrified when I heard we lost comms.
Don't worry. I'm fine. And the dog... Doggo is fine too. This dog... It's like he's reading my thoughts. As if it's connected to my arcade. I thought to myself...
Come on!
Stop barking. Be quiet.
There we go.
Start. It's intriguing. And cute.
Well, that's a shock. I didn't know you liked dogs.
No small talk during operations in this. I like cats too, by the way.
No small talk during operations.
Why you just wait till I get back.
They're flirting. It's adorable.
You are to cease operations and return immediately. Keelan, I have your current coordinates. Transferring you to Albion now.
Oh, this place starts to suck a little bit.
Transferring the Descendant next. Wait. Descendant, we have detected communication packets concentrated at a specific point. I apologize, but this data needs to be verified. I will send the target zone to your receive.
Dang it! Whoops! Owie! Oops, I'm gonna be in trouble. Where am I going? Oh, right here. This is a different run. Gotta get the blue stuff. I think I'm starting to figure out how to run this girl. What's that? The robots won't shut up. I gotta delete a few things. Inventory. Oh, I can't delete a few things. Oh, crap. Tier. Normal. Probably should remove these. Oh, crap. How am I all out of space? Did I get a million of these that I don't need? I did. But I can't junk any of them because they're good. Well, that sucks. Okay. Junk. Crap. See, that's the problem. You don't have any space. So what can I delete? I honestly don't know. But I know I can't pick up any weapons. Right? That's one. Because I deleted one thing. And now I can't pick up the other one, which is just the silliest thing. I'm gonna go over here again, and I'm going to do my. Gotta be something I can delete, right? Middle of a mission, trying to delete stuff, silly. Can I drop it? No, not really, eh? That's module settings. Oh, man. module. Can I delete it? No. Equip, equip, equip. Oh, well. I guess we'll just finish without picking any up at the cool weapons. I'm sure I didn't need them. I don't know the 5-point Calvinist. It's an acronym TULIP, T-U-L-I-P. And it basically is an acronym to describe a certain kind of theology, a certain way people believe that salvation works. As in, like, how do people get saved? How does sin work? Can they lose their salvation? Who gets the most credit for salvation? Things like that. And Calvin was an ancient theologian from the 15th century, 16th century, who summarized a whole lot of theology. And so that point of his theology, the salvation stuff, is summarized by that acronym, five-point acronym called TULIP. Owie!
My shield!
16th century, yeah. All right, those are supposed to be there. Neat. Ooh. Oh man, how do I get through there? Run around in circles, I suppose. Almost done. Blue Star asked a question earlier in chat. Would love to hear your thoughts. Okay, 1 second. Didn't if it was the one about Calvinism. I just did.
Shocking, right?
Okay, just give me a sec. There's so many things I need to do.
Awesome!
Yeah, just give me a second. I'm close. I've never been here before. It's kind of fun. I've already been here. Why would I want to do this? I'm confused. Oh, that's why. Oh, I don't have any keys left. Oh, that's so funny. Well, I found the neat place, and I probably should have bought more. Oh, well. Live and learn. Next time for sure. That's an ominous amount of blood. Zoink. Owie. Feels very boss fighty, this music. Where am I supposed to go? Didn't I already go this way? This is where I came from. It is not where I came from. Hey, DJ. This boss fight gets insane. Give me one sec. I'm about to die in a spectacular fashion. Wait till you see what happens. It's so stupid. There we go.
Powerful Vulgus.
Ready to die, me? I am ready to die.
Commence data deletion. We can't let those elves scum take it.
The Vulgus are deleting the collected data. Descendant, we must stop them if we want to see the information that our enemies have gathered.
Yeah, things get crappy. Exceedingly crappy. See? This is what it turns into. Ow. It's so fun! Isn't it easy? What? What? I'm about to just get utterly ruined. Just give me a second. That's 3. Isn't it unfair? It's so unfair. And he's immune to my shots because he's got a shield on that doesn't let me use until I can charge up. But the problem is running around here is somewhat dangerous. See? Yeah, I'm done. Let me be done. I'm done. If I quit now, though, they don't give me my stuff. And I worked hard for some of this stuff. At least they give you lots of tries. Can't argue with that. That's not even enough to get through. See, it's impossible. Okay, I will answer the question now. Sorry about that. All right, so I can't get that, unfortunately, because the inventory is full. And there's no way I can do anything with my inventory. Guess I could junk some stuff. Junk, 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 Junk. Confirm. All right, that should let me get some. I only want purple. Purple. And then I can just go back to Albion. There we go. And back to Albion. Okay. That was fun. We'll sort that out later. I will end the game and we'll come back to the chat. That took longer than I wanted it to. Because like I said, I was gonna get there and absolutely get my butt handed to me. As predicted, I did, because the whole thing is just super unfair. Or I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm using the wrong character, or. But regardless, I need to figure out that one. Exit the game. Yes, please. Okay, that's that. Let me see what the question is. Let me just back up there. So, Star Blue. Anyway, I had a Christian book bought for me that critiques the law of attraction, visualizing goals, yoga, and imagining Jesus healing past experiences happened by some Christian psychologist. Yet it also critiques self-help books in general, that it's selfish and not putting Christ God first. I finished the book in less than a week, and I don't know what to make of it. It was written in the 80s. Is all self-help bad? So the law of attraction, visualizing goals, and all the rest of that yoga stuff, that's self. That's all pointed at you. It has nothing to do with God, right? It has to do with, I have the power to make good things happen. As long as I visualize it, my power can create that thing and manifest it. Imagining Jesus healing and all the rest of that stuff is trying to manifest your own power, not to seek God and work within his power, right? That's what that is. So the next part where it says putting Christ God first, not having self-help books is not putting Christ God first. To me, the way that those connect is, if you are the one who could manifest all good, if you're the one who could make God move, if you're the one who can have the universe attuned to themselves, when all you have to do is think right, believe right, say the right words, and believe really hard, then you don't need self-help. What you need is to just believe harder, buckle down harder, think more positively, and then God's hand will be forced to move. Jesus will be forced to heal. He'll be forced to give you miracles because of the sheer will that you have. That goes against what self-help books, because self-help, in the bad sense, is very much you have the power to change your life outside of anybody else, outside of your own faults. It doesn't take into account sin. It doesn't take into account the family of origin kind of stuff. Like it basically is through willpower and through whatever system you can put together, you can fix your life, right? And so therefore, if on one side you have complete power to change God's mind and make God do stuff for you so that your life can get better. On the other side is you have complete power to change your life all within you. God doesn't need to be a part of it, right? That's where I think that would go. The self-help bad in light of the fact that you should be able to manifest God's power, because this just says that God doesn't exist. Somewhere in the middle, as is usual, is the self-help book that is designed to more present to you the problem that you have, that in a way that you haven't really understood before, and then present solutions that have to do with faith, community, and changing your own thinking and changing the way that and giving you some tools to work with. Those are good self-help books, right? Because if it's basically like you don't know how to fix your schedule, or you want to date people, but you don't know how. You want to lose weight, but you don't know how. Like, what's wrong with me? Why am I always angry all the time? And you open a self-help book, and it's like, well, if you grew up in a family that struggled with that, and if you are in a society that has that, and if you are taking too much caffeine and you're having too many stimulants and you're not sleeping well, and then chances are you're going to manifest these symptoms. These symptoms come from your past, from your childhood, from your present condition, and from your biological makeup. Those are all parts of it. And then you kind of go, oh, that's interesting. I can reframe the way it goes. And then the next part is usually, in light of all that, what do you have control over? right? What do you have control over? Well, I can control how much coffee I drink. I can control how much, how I relate to my parents who keep being my triggers. How can I deal with all that kind of stuff? And then the next part is where to go for help, right? Well, go talk to your pastor, go talk to a counselor, go talk to a psychologist, go talk to your doctor, go talk to a nutritionist, go talk to, whatever. And in the meantime, here's some journaling, here's some questions, here's some reflection. That's good self-help. There is some good self-help books out there. The problem, the bad one is like any kind of theology that points to you as power, not God, and any kind of self-help that points to you don't need anybody except yourself, and it's the whole world's problem, and you just got to detach yourself from it. Those are bad. Those are demonic, I would say. And so no, not all self-help is bad, but I would say a lot of self-help is bad because it's humanism, because it's the belief that we have the individualistic power to be able to change our world and change ourselves in a very real way. Which we kind of do, but not really. Right? We need community and we need God and we need to deal with the root of the problem, which is sin. And we need to take into account our environment. And we need to take into account the people that are influencing us. We need to take into account our own genetics and biology and the stuff that we don't have control over. All that matters too. And if we can get a good self-help book that actually allows you to process things in a different way, give you a few tools to kind of work with, and then pushes you toward help beyond yourself, yeah, that's great. Most of the modern sort of secular self-help books don't do that. They might say talk to your counselor, or they might say whatever, but what they usually are is trying to it's usually a self-appointed prophet or a self-appointed guru that says the solution to your problem is me. The solution to your problem is my system. The solution to your problem is you come to me, and I will give you salvation from whatever through my system, through my program, through my vacation, through the cruise you take with me, through my 29-day program. You got to buy all my food. You got to buy all my stuff. You got to listen to my radio program. You got to buy my books. That's what those are. They're just gurus, right? Shut up, Zach. I know what you just said. How dare you, sir? But yeah, also that. How don't you be ignored? But that's the answer far more than I can type into a chat window, right? Okay, so yeah, did you respond? Sorry, let me just make sure you didn't respond. Okay, scrolling up. Thanks, Ransom. I read a lot of self-help content. Some of that genre of book are a bit weird. They talk about subconscious, the power of if you can believe it, you can achieve it, and imagining past people like Einstein, etc., to guide you. Other parts are just time management and sensible wisdom. I don't want to have to avoid the whole genre at all. I would say that it's like it's like naturopathy. I don't know. It's like natural medicine. Okay. Some of it is true, right? Some of it's true. Like there are drugs out there that have painkillers built into them, and there are, you can do certain things with certain vitamins and aromas and whatnot, can affect your attitude, and yeah, that's kind of true. But there's a lot of it that is just useless at best and dangerous at worst. Right? I usually think of the person who has been convinced that they need to eat carbon, and that they need carbon in their toothpaste, and they need carbon in their ice cream, and they need carbon in their pills, and they need, because the carbon attracts the bad stuff and makes it pass through your system, which is just, it's wrong. It's not right. Carbon and fiber, yeah. And usually whatever multivitamin they're selling, right? Whatever that is. The pharmaceutical companies don't want you to know. The doctor doesn't want you to know. Don't listen to experts. Don't listen to anybody who's done studies. I know this stuff. And I'll tell you what, the man wants to get in the way. So let me tell you the truth. My truth is here. Do this, buy this stuff. Right? It'll change your life. It's very, very, very rare that you'll find a self-help book or something like that isn't trying to sell you stuff. In the same way that naturopath stuff or nature's way, there's a lot of it is just to wildly overextend the price of stuff that you can get from a balanced diet, or that you can get from, you know, like in other ways. TikTok has so many people that know everything about my health, blows my mind. I buy all of it. Yeah, and because, and remember, everybody longs for a savior. Everybody knows that they have issues. Everybody knows they have like problems inside of them that are beyond their control, beyond their capacity, beyond their ability. And so therefore they're looking for something that can reach into their life and be able to be able to fix it. However, submitting to authority, submitting to God, and submitting to a system that doesn't feel good is no good. It's no fun. So I don't like that. I want to find something that makes me feel good, blows sunshine up my butt, and also works to change all the things that happen. That's why law of attraction is so popular, because it gives you power. You do nothing, you just think really hard. You can keep doing the bad stuff that you want to do. Whereas usually, that's why you go to your doctor, and your doctor's like, eat less and exercise, go outside, right? And you're like, I don't like that. I want the multivitamin. I want the pill. I want to take the thing that mimics sunlight. I want to be able to get on a mood medication so I don't have to go and have a counselor talk through things, journal, have a spiritual life, go outside, be in public, talk to friends, be in a sport. I don't want to do all that. Just give me through meds. And it ends up being the hard way is the right way. So they're easily fooled into doing it the easy way. Right? The easy way. Well, the activated carbon thing comes from when you go in and you have overdosed on drugs, and you have stuff, they will fill you full of carbon because it will soak up some of the bad stuff that's inside of you, because of the way that, you know, the carbon has its molecular makeup allows it to grab onto things, right? Yeah, sort of. But when it comes to take this pill and it'll circulate throughout your system and but it's not going to go in there and remove your sadness or rearrange your acidity or do something like most people's guts aren't actually that bad. It's a self-contained system that's pretty good at dealing with itself if you give it a chance. No, I don't think so. I don't think you do either. But like, if you give it a chance and you don't fill it full of nonstop sugar and things that make you constrict the blood vessels and makes it so that you can't digest, and so your cilia are all laying flat. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'm gonna live on diuretics, and I'm gonna live on nonstop, you know, alcohol and sugar and spikes and whatnot. And then I think it might be the bugs in my tummy are causing my bad attitude. I'm gonna go drink kombucha. Like, no. There's more to it. Your life won't be solved with yogurt. Slightly, yeah, just a touch fatal, just a smattering of lethality. But people are so desperate for help, they're willing to listen to anything, and that's why the Bible talks about us making sure that we are wise, that we get good counsel, that our motivations are right. And usually what ends up happening when it comes to those self-help stuff and whatnot is you're looking for a quick solution. You're looking for an easy answer. You're looking for the magic bullet. You're looking for the silver bullet that will solve everything. And so you read and you read and you read and you read and you read, and none of it's working. None of it's got the silver bullet. Some of it's kind of like, yeah, that makes sense. Change that a little bit helps and whatnot. But if it's the sheer power of your own will, gritting and bearing it to get yourself through whatever situation so that you can get to the other side and you're going to be better because of this one small trick, doctors hate it, this one small thing, then that's just not realistic, right? You are a far more complicated vessel, multitudinous in your issues. You are emotional, you are spiritual, you are intellectual, you are physical, you are relational. You know, you have all kinds of stuff that make you up, and any of those given parts, if they're out of whack, it's going to make the other parts out of whack too. So like, you can have great health. You know, someone really good at health, eat well, exercise well, gets the fresh air, you know, hits the gym, looks good. All of a sudden they get a divorce, or someone important to them dies, some bad happens. What happens? They get sick. Their physical being falls apart. All that stuff that they've done is directly affected by their relationship issue. Same thing, right? Your intellectual self, your emotional self, your physical self, all of that stuff pulls on all the other stuff. If you feel terrible all the time physiologically, you're going to be a grumpy pants to your relationships, right? It's harder to be nicer. It's the way things function. So therefore, there is no one easy trick to change your entire life. There are some things that other people have that are no-brainers and they don't think about it, right? Because I've said that starting with the most obvious advice is usually where to go. You don't assume the person really knows, right? Like if I was talking to a pastor about that, you know, someone comes in and is like they got this whatever problem, and you say, well, have you tried not doing that? And they're like, no. Like, all right, why don't you try not doing that and see how your life goes, you know? And it never occurred to them, you know, like I have a real problem with my mom. Every time I go over there, I get, you know, it's a big fight and all the rest of that, and then she's terrible and she's abusive and whatnot. And it's like, have you tried not going to visit your mother and maybe setting up some boundaries there so that you're not around that situation? And they're like, am I allowed to do that? Like, can I do that? And suddenly their life is better because they have figured out some boundaries and don't have this horrible person in their life that's beating them into pulp that they just didn't realize they could get rid of, right? Or not get rid of, but you know what I mean? Like limit. Did I go through all? I did. I went through all of them. That was very good. We got through all the TikTok suites. We gave away almost everything. And so, yeah, it was pretty good. I'm glad we did that. By the time we got to where we were and the amount of subs that we were getting some pretty odd stuff, some pretty crazy things were going to happen, stream changing, life altering stuff. And so, we stopped right at the right time where it was fun and it wasn't going to get weird. Well, I kind of feel bad jumping into the server with only 30 minutes left. I probably shouldn't even do that. I did, exactly. That would have been. I wasn't looking forward to that. I really wasn't. But I would have done it. I would have done it for you guys. I really would have. So I tell you what. I mean. Unless there's another AMA, I'd actually, unless you guys got something else or you want to follow up with, maybe just end early today. And I'll send a message to the esteemed Gibraltar to talk about, you know, I'm going to move forward with the plan. I will find someone to raid out to unless somebody grabs another question, in which case we will. Who can we raid out to? Ice Striker? I've never rated anybody named Ice Striker before. Who's that? Oh, I don't think I follow that person. Following. There we go. No wonder that was confusing. Thank you. Yes, please check out the website, check out YouTube, and do me a favor and tell your friends that this channel exists. That would be really, really helpful. Hey, all right, we'll raid Wolf. Wolf's great. He's the man. He really is. It's always nice to meet people who can smile, who are happy, who you bump into, and they make your day better just because of their demeanor. Their countenance makes you feel better. Wolfler's that kind of guy. He really is. All right, dudes. I will talk to you later, and see you on Discord. Catch you on Monday, and keep in prayer all the changes that we talked about on Wednesday. That would be really, really helpful. All right, bye.